little whimsy to start the stream. You know, I thought we switch it up. A little whimsy to start the stream. Something nice and fun. A little... Okay, okay, I was looking for a mix for the start of the stream, and I just go into YouTube Music, I type in Nintendo OST list, and like, oh, this mix is really good, and then I saw the title. It's like 2000 nostalgic Nintendo mix for when you're missing your child at home, and I went, is this gonna be too sad? I'm like, it's gonna be too sad for a stream? Like, it's low-key, like, such a sad title. I'm like, oh my god. How are we all doing tonight? I just took a shower like 45 minutes ago, so I don't like the way my hair looks right now, but it's okay. How are we doing tonight, everybody? No, it's too sad now. All right, fuck this. Pokemon OST playlist. It's too sad suddenly. Hell no. Give me, oh god. This is too sad now. It actually is gonna get to, okay, somebody give me your favorite Nintendo game. Give me your favorite Nintendo game. All the Pokemon, just give me, somebody yell out your favorite Zelda, boom. Hold on, I'm finding, okay, let's do videos. Let's do this. The best Zelda music, a Legend of Zelda playlist. All right, there we go. Oh, it's great. Oh, perfect. How is it? Emma. I don't know an Emma. I don't know an Emma. You did get Izzy's name right though. I do not know an Emma. I have not known an Emma since the 8th grade. I'm thinking really hard. I think I allegedly knew an Emma in high school, but it was one of those situations where, guys, I was really bad in high school. I didn't learn anybody's fucking name. Like, I learned nobody's name in high school. I was like the most antisocial fucking, like, I went to a small ass high school. Like, the high school graduating class was like 100 kids. I didn't learn anybody's fucking names. Like, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, I just couldn't, I don't care. So I think there was a girl named, and the only reason I think I knew an Emma was because sometime when I was like in my early 20s, which is a crazy sentence I can say, now, I decided to go through my Instagram followers and following people, like, and I just went and started unfollowing a shit ton of people who unfollowed me. I was just being real petty. I was just being so petty. I was just like, man, this motherfucker from middle school unfollowed me. Fuck you, unfollow back. And I was just unfollowing a bunch of random people from high school who I literally like didn't even know who they were. And there was allegedly a girl who was following me named Emma, but I barely recognized her. Like, I don't think we ever fucking interacted. So I just unfollowed her. Because genuinely, we never spoke a single time in our lives, like, ever. So I just unfollowed her because I was just like, I don't know, I just was like, so I 20-year-old me was like a different beast, man. 20-year-old, like, early 20s me was different motherfucker. I look ambiguous as hell. Thank you. I don't know, she, her, fucking, she, her, they, fucking, whatever. Don't call me a he, him. Because I don't want to be a man. Why would I want to be a man? This economy. Actually, you know what? Me and my friends, we always, this is a crazy thing I'm gonna say right now. We would sometimes, me and my friend, we sometimes sit here, and we sit there, and we talk, and one conversation point, we always say, wrong word, streamer. Dude, I can't even get syphilis and Sisyphus right, okay? Like, what do you expect? You know what you're talking to. You're literally Tota. You spelled Tota wrong, by the way. Excuse you. The fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, we think in 2025, like, okay, in the mid 2020s, the strongest build to have is Wasian. A male Wasian, hear me the fuck out. Cause we were talking, and I'm talking with my friend here, and he also knows Project Sakai, and he said, he wishes, he's like, if I was a girl, he said, if he was a girl, he wishes he was Haruka Kiritani. I shit you not. this is a South American man. If he was like, I'm a girl, I wish I was like the Haruka Kiritani type of girl where you're just like, you know, everything's like fucking, like you're like low-key the perfect girl. Like, you know, you're not like too, you know, there's like different categories of like how you serve as a, like not a woman, just serve in general. Like, you know, there's a cuter type, there's the more like girl next door type, there's like, you know, the more mature looking type. He likes the Haruka Kiritani archetype of girl, and he's like, if I was a girl, he's like, I want to be Haruka Kiritani. And my segue is, if I had to change my build, like I'm playing fucking Skyrim, I would change nothing about myself except I was a Asian dude. Everything, like if I could just change my life, snap my fingers, I wouldn't change anything except I was a Asian dude, because in the big 2-6, that is the strongest build to have. I have, like, if we're talking like subtle societal privilege, I think Asian's the strongest build. I think it's stronger than white dude right now. I think from a social currency standpoint, I think being a Asian dude is actually the most strongest build you could have in this meta. Tell me, you've never met like every Asian dude I know. First of all, I don't know why they're also like handsome for some fuck ass. I don't know what it is. Asian men come in two types: 10 out of 10 or 6.5. There's no in between. Every Asian man I met, it's 10 out of 10 or 6.5 out of 10. Like a normal, like there's nothing wrong with being a 6.5 out of 10. By the way, that's just like a normal human being. It's either the like normal human being or the most handsome fucking man I have ever seen in my life. There's absolutely no in between. It is unbelievable. So I would, and then, you know, any niche, if you're a Asian dude and you are into any like online niche hobby, you just get like +10. Like, you know how dudes always complain like, oh my god, being a girl on Twitch is so easy. That's a big fat lie. It's not, okay, it's not a big fat lie. There's a lot of nuance to that argument, but it's not really the truth. I would argue, no. Being a woman, no. Being a Asian male is the actual buff, bro. Being a Asian male is the actual buff. No, Haruka Kiritani, I would argue, is the opposite of nonchalant. Haruka Kiritani is like perfect chalant. Haruka Kiritani is peak chalant because she tries, like, you know she tries, but she doesn't try in such a way, she tries in such a way where you're like, damn, she just gets on the first go. You know what I mean? That's the kind of chalant Haruka Kiritani has. Yeah, everyone says I got the Toya 4th Annie haircut. Haruka Kiritani is perfect chalant. Because everything she does is low-key, like, perfect, and she has, like, the correct answer for everything. Who doesn't want to be a little bit... Yeah, everyone should be a little more like Haruka. I think everyone should be a little more like Haruka, except... Haruka, we'll talk about that today, guys. We'll talk about that today. Yeah. 6.5, yeah, 6.5 average. Tricky, what do you think the most gender envy card? Depends. Are you wait? You're asking me what the most gender envy card is? Depend. Are you trying to be gender envy girl or gender envy boy or gender envy somewhere in between? That's a big answer. You know, there's a lot of layers to this. Oh, I got a DM. I will look at that later. Mark as unread. That looks somewhat important. I will check that out later. Bloomfest Shiho, great answer. Okay, for me, Bloomfest Shiho. Yeah, Bloomfest Shiho. Hold on. Okay, I'll tell you my personal gender. I feel like gender envy cards is like a very personal thing, like how you, because like you only get gender envy from the way you like some specific person who presents their gender. Okay, I'm gonna give a non. Okay, first of all, I gotta show you all this. Hold on. Dog, I gotta go to this. The Venus and Q-Meg are coming to Toronto. I have to go. I feel like I have to go. Even though I know people there are low-key insufferable because Alien Stage fans are high-key insufferable, I'm going. I'm gonna make the journey out to fuck-ass square one Mississauga, which you don't know is middle of fuck all nowhere. I saw it on Instagram, my personal Instagram, and I went, oh, I gotta go. I have no one to go with. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go anyways. I'm probably not gonna get that much. I'm not an Alien Stage merch thing, to be honest. I just want to go because I enjoy it. But like, I'm kind of scared because Alien Stage fans are the most terrifying fandom I like even remotely partake in. So I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna vlog it because I feel like okay, dude, vlogging is such a you have to be very shameless to vlog. Like, I don't know, like I don't like vlogging because you just feel like such a the lack of better words, social terrorist. There's no other way I can put it. I feel like such a fucking Casey Neistat influencer. I just hate vlogging. I just feel like such a nuisance in public. Okay, you know, when I vlog, I feel like the people who are playing music on the subway. Low key, that's how I feel. Like, if I'm talking to like, it's one thing if I'm just like taking like little like videos like on my Japan, like the second half of my Japan vlog, I was looking just taking videos like a little bit. But if I'm like talking to the camera in public, I literally feel like the equivalent of like I might as well just fucking whip out Dr. Dre's Bluetooth speaker on the TTC, you know what I mean? So yeah, social terrorism, yeah, I feel it's a good word. Okay, so the segue to this is someone asked me what my gender envy was. Okay, my gender envy, my number one, not okay, real ones, not real ones, but viewers who've been around for a while know. My number one non-Project Sakai envy is, and I'm being really specific here, and it's a segue from Alien Stage. It is specifically the blink gone Till. I'm not joking. This animated like 4-second sequence of Till is my number one, is like one of my top 3 gender envies. And like it's only this version. It's not like any other Till version. It's only with this haircut. It's only this version of him. Like, oh, you know, round 1, round 2, whatever. No, that's me, this fucking version of him. And that's my number, that's one of my top gender envies, okay? This version of Till. If we're talking Project Sakai cards, hold on, I'm whipping out the Gaba, I'm whipping out the number one, more gender envy cards. I feel like you could say it low-key about like every Shiho card that's like a 10. Okay, like I would argue for every character they have like S-tier cards. Every S-tier Shiho card is gender envy. You know what I mean? Why just blink on? Because he's the best hairstyle there. I feel like every S-tier Shiho card where she low-key looking mask is gender envy. Okay, this one she isn't even looking mask, but this one gender envy crazy. So much aura. One. This card crazy. This is literally still my wallpaper on my PC. This card. I like this more than the one where she looks like Toya. I think this is a crazy gender envy card. Like, I think this is like the Shiho card of all time. Honest to God. I almost like it more than the other one. But it's like genuinely this is one of my gender envy cards. And then the other gender envy cards, hold on, we'll just pull up the dudes and I'll let you know. I'm not even putting Lennon, like Lennon, actually here, let me put up all the dudes. Let me see if I can find a male gender envy card. We actually put in 3 stars because nowadays 3 stars can't be looking good. Scroll, hold on. I just gotta scroll, hold on. Oh my god, so many fuck ass cards in this game. No. Hold on. I'm looking. I'm scrolling. It's actually Snapback Toy. If I say that answer, shoot me. The stream has been replaced with generative AI. If I ever mention this card in a positive life, shoot. Like, just report this live stream. This generative AI fake live stream. Someone is ChatGPT prompting me to say this if I ever say this card is good. Hold on. Which card gives me there is a card that gives me hella male gender envy. I just gotta figure out which one it is. I can't remember. There's 2. Hold on, I'll find it. Trust me, I will find it. Okay, it's actually low-key this card. I'm not even joking. This card is not even that crazy. It's low-key this card. It's low-key this card. Am I, like, this is, like, actually such a... I feel like this is such a crazy take. I feel like it's this card. Because there's not, it's not, like, that crazy. Like, there's better cards out there. But it's low-key this one. How? Why? I could not fucking tell you. I'm trying to think, is there any other one? Oh, and the Chainsaw Man card. Chainsaw Man card S tier. Yeah, and the Chainsaw Man card. Yeah, Chainsaw Man card. Y'all know I'm a big fan. Big, huge fan. I'm not even I've never watched Chainsaw Man. I've read one chapter of it in my life. This card. This is the card. This is the card that, we're pulling on this one here. It's one of the like one gotchas I remembered to pull on in 2020 in the big 2-6 in November. Someone yesterday, someone in the Discord server asked, how does xtrachea have fucking 530,000 crystals? And I think Welp replied, she's pulled on like 4 banners. And I actually spent a little bit of time today thinking like, how many banners have I actually ever pulled on since I played the game, okay? Before I knew how crystals work, I think I spent like 40,000 crystals on a random N25 banner, got fucking nothing. So I'll count that. First Annie banner. First Annie. Enna 2. Hold on. Enna 2, first Annie, random N25 shitty bit, like it wasn't even I don't even remember, it was so long ago. Oh no, this Enna event, my bad. This Enna event, I didn't even pull on this one. Did I? Oh, I pulled on this event. So we're at 4. I pulled on this banner. 4. 5. I pulled on close I pulled on this on close game. 5. 6. I pulled on this Shizuku one. 6. How many? What else? No. I wish I pulled on this one. 6. I didn't even pull on a banner in the big 2-2. That's crazy. 6. Dog, I did not. Holy shit. 6. Whoa, we pulled on third Annie. Yeah, 7. We pulled on third Annie. That's 7. 8. That's it. That's the last one we pulled on when I tiered last year. 8. We did not pull on this. Yeah, 8. We didn't pull this. Pull on this one on JP. I low-key wish I pulled on this one. I didn't pull last. Did we pull last? No. I've only pulled on 8 banners on my Ian account since the creation of my account, which has literally been longer than my wedding. Not my wedding, my marriage. That's it. There's your answer. How does she have 530,000 crystals after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of playing this game? I've pulled on like 8. Thank you. No, Leonid World Link on the other account. I did pull on Sanrio. I forgot about Sanrio. So what? 9. I pulled on 9 banners in 5 years. I did pull on Sanrio. I told you, well, Sanrio didn't pop on here. That makes sense. 9 banners. 9 fucking banners. That's what you gotta do. Oh my god. Bones is working today. 9 banners. On average, yeah, 2 a year. And then JP, it's like I feel like JP were a little more lenient, but even then, I don't really care that much about my JP account. The self-control goes mad. I just don't enjoy pulling. It's such a stressful experience for me. I genuinely don't like pulling. I just hate it. It's too much gambling. It's too much pressure. And the 0.43% incident haunts me. And I also pay the rich tax. I pay the rich crystal tax. The more fun facts, not fun facts, it's false, but the more crystals you have, the worse your luck is. That's how that works. That's how that works. What's the 3% incident? Bearcat, there was an incident. Okay. Here, some of you are asking what the incident is. I'm just gonna play the YouTube short to tell you what it is because it's so much easier than me trying to describe it. If you're wondering what is a 0.43% incident, I'm just gonna put on this. In the entirety of my 250 pulls, the only card I acquired was off banner and a card. The chances of my gacha pulls happening was 0.43%. Yep. That's the 0.43% incident. True incident, not fake. You can watch the VOD. One of the VODs of all time. It actually is one of the VODs of all time because it's fucked up, man. By the way, if I ever want to pull, I just open my Cookie Run Kingdom account and I just spend 100,000 crystals of Cookie Run Kingdom because I have 1.5 million crystals or gems on Cookie Run Kingdom. So like, if I'm like, oh man, I want to gamble, I just open my Cookie Run Kingdom account. I got 1.5 million. It's so easy to grind a Cookie Run Kingdom. Cookie Run Kingdom's like it's genuinely the easiest fucking gacha game of all time. Like it's like the most generous one. It is not surprising. Dev Sisters runs out of money. Okay, it's no surprise Dev Sisters is running out of money because why the fuck do you need to spend money on Cookie Run Kingdom? You genuinely do not. So yeah, sometimes if I'm just in a gambling mood, I just open Cookie Run Kingdom and I'm like, I'll just do 100 pull in Cookie Run Kingdom and then easy clap. Just literally get my fix. Yeah, I gotta make 0.543 into a video because that stream is so good. It's boring now. I literally log in, do my dailies on the fucking incline treadmill walk, and then I don't open it for the rest of the day. And then when a new cookie comes out, I micro max it, and then literally I just play Cookie Run King for the gambling. It just gets the it literally just gets your gambling fix. Yep. So yeah, that's my cookie. That's how I hold, man. That is how I hold. Also, this game is very generous. You guys see how many like if you play for a while, Project Sakai just gives you a lot of free shit, and then like I don't really feel like you don't get any 4 stars. Like y'all seen mine account, I got like quite a few 4 stars and like what 9 banners in my entire lifetime. Yeah. Okay. We have one question. I will explain this. This is I put the /POS/positive. Okay, I'll explain this in a second. But question: who's coming with me to Montreal for my work trip, people? Who the fuck are we coming? Okay, I don't know who to bring with me to Montreal. Who we bringing? Should we bring Heidi? I only want to bring one because I don't want to take up too much space in my luggage. Because yeah, I don't want to take up too much space. Kanade, me. Okay, you don't want to come with me on my work trip. I don't want to go on this fucking work trip. On Canada, Akitos. I'll probably bring the little Akito with me. He'll probably come with me because he's so easy to fit in my pocket. But I kind of want to bring one of the big ones. Heidi, should we bring Heidi? All right, let's flip a coin between Heidi and Anchan. Let's flip a coin. All right. Heads for Heidi, tails for An. All right, I'm gonna do heads for Heidi. Anchan's coming with me to Montreal. Anchan is gonna come with me to Saint Hubert for fucking rotisserie chicken. An's coming with me. Let me put that on my desk. Let me put it on my desk so I don't forget. She's coming to Montreal. So, okay, that's decided. Okay, reverse body dysmorphia /positive. Let me explain. Let me explain here. Let me explain. As some of you may know, I low-key got abs now, which is crazy. You're sure been working hard, okay? I low-key have abs now, okay? I cannot believe it. I stand in front of the mirror sometimes when I'm like, you know, changing in the morning or whatever, I come back from the gym and I'm putting, you know, I'm taking off all my sweaty shit and putting on normal clothes. And I'll like look at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, who is this, bro? Like genuinely, like who is look? I'm like Mulan, like who is looking back at me in the mirror? Like it's crazy. It's like, who is this? Like a year ago, some of you are like, okay, like for reference, think about this. Think about this, okay? Let's go to an old stream VOD. Let's find what stream was exactly 1 year ago today. All right, for reference, let's find what fucking stream was a year ago today. What were we streaming a year ago today? We did, boom, we did, bro. That, how is this like corporate hustle? Like a year ago today, we did it was the final Cheerful Carnival on the EN server. So we did one last fucking bingo. I do. Cheerful Carnival bingo is the best way to play Project Sky bingo, by the way. We tried so many other variations. Cheerful Carnival bingo is the best one, but it will never happen again because Cheerful Carnival genuinely not. Bro, I look like and here's the crazy thing, this version of me is genuinely how I like look for most of my fucking 20s, like pretty much all of my 20s. So to suddenly within the last few months, you know, I kind of locked in, working hard, eating healthy, moving my body more, getting those steps in, me and the incline treadmill. You will never take me away from the incline treadmill and my iPad, okay? It's the most goated. Incline treadmill iPad is the most goated combo of all time. I just go on a nice slow walk up a very moderate hill and I just use my iPad. It is genuinely the most peak thing of all time. You know me, you know how many event stories I got through on the treadmill? It's unbelievable. But like, it is like, I have reverse body dysmorphia. Like, I don't look like, this is crazy. Like, I don't look like the same fucking person anymore. Like that's the person who's been in my, like, that is my brain's version of me for God knows how long. And now I look like this. So I'm like, sometimes I just stand in the mirror and I'm just like, who is this? Like, who is this looking at me? Like, who is this fucking stranger? So it's kind of unbelievable. All I'm gonna say is this is you don't need to. That's crazy. Even a year ago, motherfucker. God damn. The fucking course, man. Year ago VOD. Yowie attack, bro. Fucking course for rabies, man. A fucking course. Random ass VOD from a year ago. Yowie attack. I don't even like, bro, it's probably the Discord server spamming that gif of Nui Casa kissing, man. But that's my reverse body form story. Recently, the last few weeks, it's been like, I look in the mirror, it's crazy. Yeah, my face, it's not as obvious on camera because the angle of this camera and with the lighting pretty much always slims down my face. But I think it's really obvious in real life because, like, you know, the lighting, like, this is very, okay, you have to understand, this is very optimal lighting setup and camera setup I have going on, like, this is all on purpose. But in real life, I don't know double chin anymore, guys. It's fucking crazy. I have no double chin. It looks like I have cheekbones now. Like, it's kind of bizarre. It's a little bombastic. I can't, it's like, oh, by the way, this new VBS cover on JP is so heat. We're not gonna watch it now. Yo, this shit was heat. I was playing in game and I was like, wait, this cover is so peak. I don't even know what the song called in English. This shit was heat. Go listen to it. Heat. 3DM view is good. Okay, so that's my story. Which one do you guys want? I just saw this in my YouTube recommendation and I was like, we gotta watch this. We gotta watch. I don't know what the fuck. Baka no Hana X Seibaita mashup. What the fuck? I have to. It's so peak, don't look at it. We've turned Tsukasa into percussion. You watched this while Rainbow was tearing? Do you want him to kill himself? What is this? How to send someone into like a spot? What is? This is. You know the fucking craze for this? This is genuinely like actually well mixed. Hey, can someone explain to me why this is better mixed than the Akito on Gimme Gimme cover? Like, can someone fucking explain to me how this random ass person did a better job mixing these two songs than the Akito on Gimme Gimme cover? Like, how is that even possible? It's not a high bar. That is true. Someone locked in for the shitpost, and that's the best kind of shitpost there is. It's like every single Germaloid cover. Dude, I love the Germaloid Mesmerizer cover. Wait, hold on. I gotta put in the... For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you want a good shitpost, this is my favorite. Dude, I love Germaloid. Germaloid's my goat. I love... Germaloid is actually my goat. Hold on. I just gotta... If you don't know what this is, you're meant to be blessed. I love Germaloid, bro. I'm Germaloid killed. I used to unironically listen to this while I was working. It's like the world's best shitpost. It's such a high quality, like, and like, look at this. Look how high. Can you, like, you cannot deny this is so incredibly well made. Yeah, the painting moving, and it actually sounds like Germa. I love this video so much. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. Wait for the chorus though. How does the person get all these screenshots of German so it actually looks like he's doing the mesmerizing game? It's unbelievable. Every detail has not been missed. Like, the attention to detail of this thing is fucking crazy. And like this probably took so long to make. It literally budget hot. All of these are good. Hold on, what's another one? Oh shit, this one's pretty heat too. This one's so crazy. I love this one because, as you know, like, everyone and their mother makes covers of Heat Abnormal. Nothing wrong with that. I know. When is my Germaloid Queso-loid song coming? The Heat Abnormal one's so fucking awesome. This is a national. I feel like if there was like a Internet Archive Hall of Fame, like this, one of the Germaloid videos has to go in there. It's crazy because, in my opinion, Queso-loid doesn't actually sound that much like queso, but the Germaloid actually sounds so much like, you know what I mean? Like, Germaloid, like, this is Germa. The queso one doesn't really sound like it, but the Germa one genuinely sounds like Germa. There was Hibana, dude. Germaloid pops up. They made tons of covers, but this is Germa. Oh, Case by Case is a banger though. Okay, Case by Case is like unironically like a fucking hit, insanely great song. Case by Case is a banger. Case by Case. Oh yeah, oh shit, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot I commented on this video. I totally forgot. When this video first came out, I commented, please never take your meds. What you make is peak. I totally forgot I commented that 6 months ago. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh shit, there's bleep in there too. I forgot I commented on this. Don't take your meds. I said don't. I literally said, please don't take your meds. I said, please don't take your meds. Oh. I forgot I comment. Why is bleep? Who fucking knows, man? Sometimes I see you. I see some of you guys on like TikTok comments. Sometimes I'll see some of y'all in the most random ass places. I'll be on like Reddit and I'll see you. I see you everywhere. I know some of you on Reddit. Some of you use the exact same names on Reddit as Discord. Some of you use the exact same name on TikTok. Some of you use the exact same name on like Instagram. I won't even be following you. I'll just like low-key see you in the wild. All the time. I'll never acknowledge you, but I see you. I know some of y'all are on r/ProjectSky fighting for your lives because that subreddit hates everyone except it's just it. That's a true fact, by the way. That subreddit low-key haters, okay? I stopped going on it I stopped going on it when a lot of the posts on that subreddit turned into one person comes up with something trendy, and then for the next week, every single post after that is just some variation of that, or it is the most brain dead questions. For example, 2 weeks ago on my Reddit homepage, I saw a post saying someone asking, where are these cards from? What event are these cards from? I couldn't find it. It was literally the World Link 2 N25 event. It was just like, dog, you could have reverse image Google search it. It's not like, it's like, this is like some of the N25, like, what the fuck do you mean you couldn't find it? Reverse Google image search! Yeah, I stopped going to that subreddit. Yeah. But what's it called? Someone make an image, you do you want, that's public. That's that. All right, we're gonna watch one last thing and we're gonna start the tier list. I don't know what this is. This intrigued me. I don't know what this is. We're gonna watch it. It's from a day ago. Oh, it's the song that came out, but someone mixed it better. Hold on. This song is such a banger. Like, it's crazy. This cover's so good. I don't know what happened in the last year. N25 cover, not N25. VBS covers in the last like 6 months. I don't know what happened. They're all like 10 out of 10s. I feel like, you know, for a few years, VBS covers were either 10 out of 10 or like 2 out of 10s. They've been on a fucking roll recently. This shit's so I feel like everything changed after VBS World Link 2. Am I crazy? After VBS World Link 2, every single cover has been absolute heat. Oh, it's so good. I don't know what happened. Like, I feel like, you know how I always talk about everything post and pre-Harambe? I feel like for VBS, the timeline, everything pre and post Hanami Kaze. I don't know what happened. Hanami Kaze changed everything. After Hanami Kaze, there hasn't been a single miss in VBS covers. Like, genuinely not a single miss. And after Hanami Kaze, we haven't had a single L. I don't know I don't know, somebody locked the fuck in. I don't know what happened. Because before Hanami Kaze, we got to, like, oh, dude, like, change, wave, ooh. And then Hanami Kaze came in. I don't know, Hanami Kaze was like, I don't know what happened. They must have laid off the old mixing guy. I don't know what happened. Low-key, I don't think the mixing in the original that bad, but this is heat. I'm glad I now have a better mixed version, but oh my god, this cover's so good. This cover's it's so good. Go listen to it. Like, Ain Hana Hadashi, heat. Oh my god, I love it. Hana Obore. It's so older, but you get the point. VBS change. That's a delete from the game moment. Okay. Check mark. We don't have time for this. It's time to start the tier list. I'm putting back on the fun music. I'm rearranging I'm gonna ping the Discord and I'm gonna rearrange my desktop and then we're gonna start the tier list. Okay? Because okay, we actually don't need to rush that much because this will be a 2-parter because I don't want to rush this. I want us to take our time. Okay. Where's my tab? Ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between, welcome to the tier list. What are we tier listing today? I have, over the last few months, but especially in the last few weeks, I absolutely locked the fuck in and I stopped dilly-dallying and fooling around. I have finally stopped being a lazy chud, and I finally read through the event stories, okay? I have this dream of making a YouTube video in which I summarize all of the event stories in the game, because as you know, there's actually very little there's a few YouTubers out there who are making summary videos for Project Sakai event stories. However, nobody has done like an Omega one. Like, it'll be like, if you Google some, like, maybe you'll find a random one on YouTube where they're like, here's a summary of Mino 1, and for some reason the video is like 20 minutes when it's like, okay, this does not need to be 20 minutes, okay? I would like to make a video where it's like, here's the entire first year of event stories in like 20 minutes, because in my opinion, I think this game's lore is inaccessible. There's too fucking much of it. Honest to God, there is genuinely too many event stories. You try and get into Project Sakai in the big 2.6, you have like 6 years of event stories to catch up. It is too daunting of a task. So I will take the plunge, and I want to make the ultimate summary video. And in order to make the summary video, I had to read a lot. I went through a lot of these, okay? So I have literally today, I finished Scramble Fan Fiesta today. I got through, literally today, I finished up to the first Annie. And I thought, what better way to celebrate finishing reading them all than a little tier list? Because that's what I'm known. I'm the Project Sakai tier list girl at this point. Fuck it, we ball. So today, we are going to tier list every single event story up to the first Annie. We are also going to include the main event stories, and do not worry if you're sitting here and you're like, I'm like streamer, I low-key wasn't reading them. Do not worry, I will give you a brief summary of each event story as we go through them to kind of jog your memory, remind you, a little one-liner, and you're probably wondering here, why the fuck do we have every single Shibi in the game? And so I can reenact it for you, and you get a little better sense. And you're like, girl, how do you remember all this? How do you remember all the event stories? I don't. I took notes on every single fucking one of them. I'm not joking. Rainbow Seen the Doc. It's like a fucking, how many, what's the word count of this doc? By the way, this doc I have, I'm not showing on stream because you're not seeing my notes till the YouTube video is done. This doc is like, oh my God. Okay. Hold on, let me check. I don't know. I'm not even done the doc because I still need to, the doc is not even done because I kind of have to still keep summarizing like another 10 event stories. I'll do a little, hold on, let me do a little calculation. 500 times 36. It's like 150k word doc. I'm not even fucking joking. I have like 150k word doc of all my notes. So I have evidence here, okay? I'm not talking out of my fucking ass, okay? Kaito found Denda Ditch. He doesn't exist yet for half of these units yet, all right? Up to the first Annie, he doesn't exist yet, okay? So, yeah. MMJ Kaito doesn't exist yet. VBS Luca does exist. N25 Len and Kaito, they don't exist yet. Wasn't he in Mino 2? Mino 2 does not happen until after the guys. This is the first Annie. Everything after on 2 doesn't. We're not even looking at that shit, bro. We're not even looking at them. So I've been fucking doing this for a while, okay? So we're just gonna get through them. We have a lot. The goal is to only get through, like, if we're lucky, we get to NO1, bro. And then we continue the second half next week because there's just too many of these. All right. 6 or 7 months, no trust. Trust me. The strat is 4 times speed on the treadmill, guys. I locked in. Don't worry. I'll get it. I'll get it. It'll happen eventually. All right, let's start in chronological order. Where's our stopping point? Okay, hold on. Let me change. I'm gonna change this to something a little. I'm changing this to Kirby music. I'm changing to Kirby. I want to listen to Kirby. Yeah, Kaito's still in the womb at the time. All right, we're gonna start with Leonid. like, we cannot get through. How many of these are there? How many of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bro, we're not getting through 46 in one stream. This will be a two-parter, okay? This is a two-parter. All right, let's begin. We're gonna start with Leonid. Let me give you a brief summary of Leonid. If you want a better summary of Leonid, I literally have a YouTube video. I literally have a series of, this is but also shameless promo. I summarized all of these, by the way. If you're like, oh, I kind of want more details, I literally made like actual high quality YouTube summary videos of all of these, by the way. I think each one of these videos is like no more than like 13, 14 minutes. So if you're like, I actually want to know more of the like juicy details, you can binge watch my 5 videos about this in like an hour and a half, and you've gotten the entire main story of Project Sakai'la at EOA. No, I have a giant Google Doc there and a humongous Giganosaurus YouTube playlist. So let's begin. How does Leonid happen? Okay, Leonid begins like this. Okay, let me explain the plot of Leonid. We have 4 girls here. Okay, here are 4 girls. We got Ichika, we got Saki, we got Honami, we got Shiho. I'm assuming at this point you know their names. The main story of Leonid goes like this. Saki. She's in the fucking hospital, okay? But before that, Leonid, when they were little children, they were all friends. They were all friends and whatnot, okay? They were all friends. But then Saki, she just starts coughing. She goes to the hospital. And these 3, they slowly drift apart, okay? They slowly drift apart in middle school. Ichika has no fucking clue why. Okay, these 2 girls, they just stop talking to her. High school rolls around. Saki's like, welcome back, bitches. I'm back. Where's the gang? Let's roll up. She's like that one scene in Mean Girls where she rolls up and like, let's go shopping, bitches. However, she comes to find things are a little awkward. She's like, oh, there's a little tension here. I can cut it. There's so much tension. I can cut it with my invisible fucking knife. And through a series of events, the 4 of these girls end up hold on. Okay. Hold on. In the freaking, they end up in the school Seikai, all right? They end up in the school Seikai where Hatsune Miku and Luca are waiting for them, and they go on about saying, you know, trust me? Trust me when I say this, all right? I'm Hatsune Miku. I would never lie to you. How do I mirror this? I can't. Okay. Trust me, I'm Hatsune Miku. This world is made from your feelings. But we don't have feelings towards each other. As you can tell, we're low-key awkward with each other. We don't even follow each other on Instagram anymore. No, trust me, you guys are still friends. Play one song. Play one song and I'll let you leave. Trust. Guys, can we just play one song, please? Pretty please? Come on, I just got to the hospital. Come on. Come on. I'm a Make-A-Wish kid. You have to do it. All right, fine. We'll play song together. Insert Stella. Insert needle. They play a song together. God, wasn't that fucking awesome? Yeah, it's fucking great. Man, you guys fucking suck. I'm out of here. I don't know what to say. I'm out. Bramp. Ichika.
Watch every leather.
Dude, we're getting the band back together.
It's exactly what she says verbatim, by the way. We're getting the band back together. You know what? Fuck it. I'm down. All right, let's get Shiho first. All right. They finally talk to Shiho, and they're like, Shiho, why are you avoiding us? Why are you avoiding us? Can you explain to us why? What's going on here? Shiho. Well, I'm kind of I'm very aloof. I'm very standoffish. No one likes me. I don't like people. Fuck them. And because I was friends with Ichika and people hate me, people started hating Ichika, and I don't want that for her because I'm such a good friend. I did a social sacrifice so Ichika wouldn't go down in the trench with me. I don't care. You're my friend. Hold hands. They're now a band. They're now a band. Shiho has joined the party. They're a band now. Leonid is beginning to form. Hold on. I need to move the 3. Hold on. I'm trying to select them. All right, how do we get Honami back together? I don't know, man. I don't know. Saki drops fucking dead, collapses mid-practice. Oh, shit. Hold on, I gotta rotate her again. Saki drops literally on the brink of death. This is no good. This is no good. We can't have this happen. We need the band to be back together. Guys, let me talk to Honami. Talks to Honami, all right? They talk together. Saki finally realized, you know what? Honami, I know I want you to be part of the band, but I can't force you. Starts crying, walking away. Ichika finally gets to talk to Honami. Okay, dude, can you explain to me what the fuck's going on with you? Like, why did you fuck off? Here's the thing. Middle schoolers are really mean, okay? Middle schoolers are really mean. This is Honami speaking. Middle schoolers are so mean. I was so nice because I listened to everyone and I consoled everyone. I got called a two-faced backstabbing bitch. True story, by the way. Actually true. And I didn't want people to judge me, so I avoided you. What? Bro, what? But you know what? Seeing us all together, I want to be banned again. Leonid becomes a polycule, and that's how Leonid is formed. I low-key kind of forgot the last start of Leonid, but you get the point, okay? All right? I low-key forgot. No. They haven't decided to go pro yet. That happened to Shiho one. You're getting ahead of yourself. The pro talk is not happening. They just talk about being a man, okay? And now they're a wonderful polycule friend. And that's the plot of Leonid, okay? Leonid's main story, honestly, Shiho's reasoning for drifting low-key makes it, and Luca was just there. Luca literally is just fucking there. Like, Luca is just there. She does nothing. Honestly, Shiho's reasoning for not being a part of Leonid low-key makes sense. I thought Honami's, I don't want to call, okay, I have to use the word trauma here. I feel like Honami's reason, this is not Honami's fault, I feel like it's the writing's fault. Honami's reason for drifting apart from Ichika, I think is a little, like, ridiculous. Getting bullied for being too nice is like, dog, what the like, what are you fucking talking, like, what? Like, I feel like it's a little too, like, out there. Like, what do you fucking mean? What do you mean bullied for being too nice? So I think Honami's story, like, yeah, it's too exaggerated. Bullying for being too nice, unrealistic. Shiho's is absolutely understandable because Shiho low-key, Shiho's kind of makes more sense because it honestly is kind of true. Like, Shiho is kind of very standoffish. So I can see Shiho's happening a little more likely. She's being a pushover. Yeah, I feel like Honami's setup's just not as strong as Shiho's setup. I actually like Ichika as a character in the main story. Ichika later on is a little different, but I feel like in the main story, Ichika is actually the perfect blank canvas of a protagonist. I've spoken about this on stream before. There is a lot, in all animes, there has to be some kind of like blank character that us, the reader, the audience can project ourselves onto, and I actually think Ichika is one of the GOATs of all time for this. Better than any Kirito male anime shonen slop. I think Ichika does a phenomenal job of being the de facto Vocaloid fan. Like, literally, Ichika is like, I think one of my favorite female Your Names of all time. Because, like, the likelihood that you come like genuinely like okay, Ichigo is an extremely ordinary person like compared to some of our other fucking characters. Like some of our other characters are bombastic. Like we have Ariana Grande, Zendaya, and like Shakira in one group. We have two fucking guys called Bad Dogs. We have like a NEET, and we have a girl who should not exist in reality. Okay, I think Ichika is a very good representation of a normal human being, like what a normal like teenage girl is, and who's a Vocaloid fan. So I actually really like Ichika in the main story. I think she serves a phenomenal blank canvas. Luca is truly just there. I don't even know why. Like genuinely in the main story, the virtual singers are kind of fucking useless for most of them, and like here I think they were kind of useless too. I think virtual singers are useless for most of the main stories, I'll be honest, but like yeah, I think Leonie's story is good though. I do like the idea of like you reconnecting with your childhood friends. I think it's a very nice, warming story, especially me as like old geriatric, great old wise sage of a Project Sakai player, where you know, for some of you it's a little different. Oh shit, thanks for the gifted sub, Halloween. I appreciate. Thanks Spirit for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. So I actually like it. Oh shit, yeah, Sig reminded me. I totally Sage, thank you. I totally forgot to tell you what the tiers are. That is so my bad. Okay, here are the tiers, okay? I didn't want to do S, A, B, C, D, okay? I gave you, here's some more funny tiers, okay? Number one is called the focus character will become your Oishi, okay? Like, this is the most peak event story of all time. Like, you will read the event story and you go, you know what? New fave just dropped. Like, it is genuinely such a good fucking, like, I might have shed a tear on the treadmill while watching this. All right, next is I had a physical reaction. What does that mean? There were genuinely some event stories I was reading and I would go, like, literally imagine me on the treadmill and like something, like, you know the gif of the guy who goes just fighting, just writing his fire? Like, it's me, so, like, genuinely. The middle tier we have, I was entertained, okay? All of these are in incline treadmill forms, by the way, because that's how I've been consuming all of these. I was entertained is, oh, I was reading, like, I was on the treadmill and I read this, and I wasn't checking to see how much time is fucking left in the event story. Like, it was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm entertained, like it's passing the time. I'm glad I read this. All right, the next story we have is Honk Shoe. Honk Shoe is me like watching it, and then I wiggle my mouse as I watch the YouTube video to see how much time is left in this fuck ass video of it. Okay, this is genuinely like, oh my god, wiggle the mouse, how much time is left? Okay, 10 more minutes. Okay, I'm almost done. No, guys, no, you don't autoplay. You watch it on you find a YouTube video and you play the YouTube video at 4 times speed. That's how I do it. And the last tier we have is filler schlop. This is like literally skip it, don't fucking read it. You can delete it from the game, it doesn't matter. This is like, honest to God, like this is the worst. Like, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Like, literally get this out of here. Like, remove this from the game. If you're trying to get to the event story, you can absolutely skip this. Awful. So yeah, that's the we haven't got to the Dolls 10 month, guys. Getting ahead of yourself. So yeah, that's the tier list. Where do I put the main story of Leonid? I think I put it in I was entertained. Like, I thought it was nice, and like I thought the emotional climax and at the end of the story was really heartwarming, where they're all like standing on the roof of the fucking school Seikai, and the stars and shit are shining. By the way, I think the school Seikai is the most beautiful looking Seikai out of all of them. Like, don't even come at me. School Seikai is actually the best Seikai. Genuinely, like when you fucking like look at the school Seikai. It's got like the most amazing sky in the world. I thought it was such like a beautiful, nice climactic ending. So I was entertained. Like, I enjoyed reading it. And I thought it was a good setup on how the characters form. Okay. Oh, I kind of ordered this from. We have to. Okay. We're gonna do the virtual singer like event story. Like, okay. I'll be honest. I can pretty much throw all of these into filler schlop, except maybe the N25 one. So what is the virtual singer main story? For every main story in the game, there is 4 events. There's a 4-chapter event story that like kind of goes along with the main story, and it's just like little extras. Literally, this is filler slop. This one is absolute filler slop. It's garbage. You don't need to read it. Oh my god, Spirit Halloween, thank you for the 3rd gifted sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, girly. Thank you, girly. I appreciate it for another gifted sub. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is filler slop. Nothing happened to this. I couldn't even tell you because... Okay, let me tell you how filler slop, like, most of these are. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Leonid, More Jump, BBS, and Wonderland's X Showtime. I read these for the summary videos. In the 4 that I just mentioned, none of the things that happened in these in this story even made it into the YouTube video because there was nothing relevant. There was information in the N25 one that actually made it into the N25 main story summary video. But Jesus Christ, like, like fucking deletes from the game. It's like fucking useless. Like literally pointless. Like this is so pointless. It's filler slop. But you can skip this 100%. I've read them and I have no recollection. They aren't the same thing as the main story. So the virtual singer like thingies is essentially what is happening in like the Seikai while the main story is happening, but they are talking about nothing. It's not adding anything. It's genuinely just filler slop. Like it's awful. No one likes it. Okay. So that's those 2 done. All right, what do we got next? Okay, let me put them back. Let me put these back because we're gonna have to reuse these. Oops, wrong order. All right. Next we have is More Jump. Okay, I'm not even going to explain More Jumps. I'm instead gonna put, because I'll be honest, I explained More Jumps plot a very long time ago. And I don't think I will be able to... I think I do a better job. So this is a very... let me explain to you why. Here, where is it? Where the fuck? Hold on. Where's MJ? Where is MJ? I'm gonna use the VBS one too. No, the VBS one, yeah, actually I'll use it. So I'm just gonna play this. It's about 7 minutes. It's 8 minutes, but I explain MMJ extremely well in this. So just watch this. We're just gonna watch as a group.
Extra. I prepared to help Justin and to give you guys some visuals instead of just watching me yap. Today I would like to present xtrachea presents a terrible explanation of More Jump. I'm on my PowerPoint era. Some of you have seen on stream I keep making PowerPoints. I want to preface and say I'm gonna mischaracterize of all these characters right now. If you don't think it's funny, you're the fun police. All right, time for Justin.
It's because people are giving me shit for mischaracterizing like the keys or something back then.
Literally More Jump off a building after this stream.
Right, yeah.
So let's begin. Step 1, the genre. I think the genre is a
you
little
don't even
better.
know this part because this is me explain what idol music is to genre.
So
Like
what
idol music is to Justin. We don't need to watch this part. This is literally me explaining to Justin what a J-pop music sounds like. You all know what J-pop sounds like.
MMJ peak right here, alright? Is
Battle. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
If it was MMJ that like there's an uncle
There's,
like
Yeah,
there's
it's
a random
like a
event
battle.
and they battle
of the
royale,
bands,
battle
yeah.
the band that like there's an uncle rap.
This is where you are Caucasian. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Makes sense. Same thing with MMJ. MMJ main plot is written like a Your Name fanfiction. If you don't know what a Your Name fanfiction is, essentially fanfiction people write where the main character is like a blank slate of a human being and you're supposed to self-insert as the reader. So it's people's like insane fantasies as fanfic. So like for example, people who write you're the main character in a fanfic and for some reason all 5 members of like BTS or One Direction just want to be your boyfriend. So it's supposed to be like a fantasy. It's essentially the Your Name fanfic where the insert is this main girl. Think about that context, that lens, when I explain the rest of the plot to you.
You know what's crazy, dude?
Yeah.
Until this exact moment, I didn't realize that Y/N wasn't yes or no.
No, it can't.
On the internet. On the
Like,
internet.
On the internet, no, it's Your Name. We start with our girl Minori.
Yeah.
One day on TV, she sees Jungkook Oppa, and my god, she sees on TV and she's like, I want to be Jungkook Oppa. I need to be an idol. She becomes the most hardcore BTS stan on the planet. She's like, Jungkook Oppa is her Oppa.
Yeah,
And she's like,
no.
I want to be a freaking idol. Years pass. She is trying to audition for entertainment companies like K-pop audition
Right,
these companies. She sucks.
Okay.
She has auditioned for 50 companies.
No
and failed.
shot.
She is still, like Nick A says, never gonna back down, never give up. She is so
That's a really
goddamn
fucking meme,
determined.
holy
50
shit.
times, and she's
That
like,
ages
no,
video.
I'm gonna still keep going. I want to meet Jungkook Oppa so badly. I want to be just like him. She never gives up. One day, while she's at school, there's big commotion in the class. And she's like, yo, what the hell's going on in class? Everyone's crying around. Holy Jungkook Oppa has joined her classroom. Unbelievable. BTS is disbanded, and Jungkook Oppa is now in her class.
Dude.
And so the same day, she goes upstairs on the roof, and what does she see? Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande arguing on the roof.
Yeah, Azra is as popular as BTS in lore, low key.
Okay. Got it.
Minami is in shambles, and you know, one thing leads to another. It's a Your Name
I'm
fan
not
fiction.
wrong.
Somehow she talks
This
to
video
all
is
three of
still
these characters. It's pure coincidence. I find out all of them are in school because they've all quit being singers and idols. They're done with that life. They want to just be students again. So Minami, after finding this information, bro, she's in shambles. She's like, bro, my idols are in my school. My BTS is Jover. I'll never listen to another Ariana Grande Homemaker album again. Like, it's so over. What am I supposed to do? And then one day, she's thinking about like, oh, I got an idea. What if I convince all of these guys to join a group with me? So then I don't have to audition for any more companies.
Right. Big brain.
And so, because it's a Your Name fan fiction and it
said yes.
works, yeah. And so somehow,
Dude, don't ask me
all
how
three of
long
them
it
are
took
like,
to
you know what?
Photoshop this image.
This is a random girl. She's got a point. Let's do it again. Let's run it back. Never back, never give up. Round 2 can't end on a lose. And they decide to form More and More Jump.
So they created a group named More and More Jump after they all
Yeah, that's it. By the way, you'll never see Justin in a YouTube video again because I don't want him to be in a YouTube video. And if somebody asks me, and if I become the, I'll give you the TLDR. Yes, Justin was my virality, got me on the roadmap in this world, but it was brutal for a few months. The mods know it was brutal how many people would just come in the stream and be like, I don't care about you. Where is your bald white husband? Yeah. Yeah, that happened way too often, and I've said this before. I said if I become the if people start if people only want him and they no longer want me, I will literally just delete my YouTube channel because what's the fucking point? So yeah, that's why Justin doesn't appear in video anymore, because Project Sakai fandom low-key is like normal YouTube viewers where it's like they don't care about they just want to be validated in their opinion, and Justin's also a very funny guy. Yeah, I said if people come into the stream and they are only banging on their hands on me for Justin, I'm literally gonna delete the YouTube channel because I'm like, what the fuck is the point? So yeah, that's some context why you'll never see Justin again in like a YouTube video ever again. Also, yeah, that's the number one reason. That genuinely is the number one reason. But that's beside the point. But all that to say, More Jump is a fan fiction. It is literally fan fiction. I don't need to explain anymore. Me from 2 years ago did a very good job. Yeah. You guys don't have to apologize. It's just the way the internet goes. That's why I'm like very careful about doing React videos nowadays. And if it's a React video, it has to only be me. I've learned my mistakes. But that's More Jump. You don't need to know any other explanation because that's pretty much how More Jump happened. More Jump story. I think the setup is insane. It is such a fucked early stream. It's okay. You didn't know. Besides, most of you who ask nowadays are people who are like regular viewers, so it's a little different. It would be the people who low-key show up one time, first time chatter, ask, and then I say no, and then they never come back again. That's the shit that low-key like, okay. Like bombastic side eye. It's a little different when regular viewers ask. But regardless, the More Jump main story is, I think, actually the most far-fetched out of all of them. Even more than the other two, okay? A little teaser between these four. What's grounded in the most reality is N25, then Leonid, and these three are low-key all in the same level of like, this would never fucking happen in real life. Like, on like genuinely, maybe, you know what, maybe Wonderland's X Showtime's a little better, but these two are on the same level. Like, this would never happen ever. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, the characters are carrying, not the plot, because this is the plot is not relatable in the slightest. However, I actually really like the MMJ story a little. My feelings about this main story have changed, because I think the takeaway from the Momo Jump story is, and I think this is a take very few people have, I think the takeaway from the Momo Jump story is to find and you know, anyone who's a little bit on the older side, I think will understand what I mean when I say this. Momo Jump main story is finding the courage to try again after you've given up. And I'm not, and like, I know it sounds like no shit, Minori literally auditioned for like 100 times and failed. I'm talking more about like Haruka, Shizuku, and Airi. Because like people have this, I think there's like this idea that like once you get your success in life, like once you reach your goal, it's all sunshine and fucking rainbows. It really isn't. You hit your goal and then you have to keep on living, right? Like Haruka, Shizuku, Airi, all three of them, their dreams were to be idols. Congratulations, debut. Then they had to keep on living, and guess what? Shit ain't sunshine and rainbows. Stuff happens. Your dream wasn't what you thought it was gonna be. There was a bunch of more stuff, and it kind of clouded it. And then you kind of like let it go. You kind of quit, and then you're like, this wasn't for me. Was I wrong? Did I just waste all my time? Like, this sucks ass. And then you move on with your life, and now you have to look back on your life, and you have to think like, did I make the right choice to leave the thing that I worked so hard towards? But then it wasn't actually a thing I wanted, because my vision of what I wanted was fantasy. It wasn't reality. And then finding the courage to be like, no, I'm gonna run it the fuck back. I think that's a great story. I think the main story doesn't dive onto this as much as the event stories, but I think that's the takeaway MJ stories. And I think if you're a little bit older, like I'm talking graduate university, I feel like when you're still under the, like when you're still in university, it's a little, you haven't hit that yet, but I think it's when you graduate university and you get those kind of like post-school life experiences, this story hits fucking different, dog. This story hits so different when you're like a full-grown adult was like a normal ass job, and you have to reflect on the last like however many years of your life. So I'm putting this in, I don't think it's up here. I'm putting it here. I think it's so good. I think it's so good. And this is also my bias because I'm older, right? I'm older, so it just hits differently for me. I don't think this, I think if you're like 15, the story doesn't really hit you. Like, I don't really think the story hits as hard if you're like 15, I'll be honest. But you know, when you're like 25 like me, you're a great old wise sage, okay, this shit hits, man. The inspiration to try again after you've achieved your goal and your goal kind of soured, and to not give up, heat. Once again, filler going in the garbage. Not even gonna tell you what this is about because it's so irrelevant. This goes straight into the poubelle. No one gives a fuck about this. No, literally nobody cares. Nobody cares. Watch this on autoplay on your iPad and get the free gacha crystals, the free gacha tickets. That's all this is good for. Skip. All right, next. Okay, VBS main story is, I can summarize it very easily for you, and then I'll give you a little more explanation. Have you ever watched the first High School Musical movie? The VBS main story in one sentence can be summarized as, have you watched the first High School Musical movie? And let me explain, okay? Now let me give you a little bit more detail about the VBS main story. All right, VBS main story. Just a little, how do I describe it? I love VBS. I'm a vivid baddie, all right? This is how the VBS main story goes. Okay, it starts, hold on, we're gonna move our character over here. It starts, An is singing, Kone, oh god, I'm lost. I'm never getting home. I'm gonna be stuck in this video. Oh god, there's too much streetwear and loud music. I'm so scared. In the distance, oh, like a fucking mermaid pulling in a sailor. What's this beautiful singing? Oh my god, a hot woman. Honey, Perry. Oh my god, a hot woman singing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, you, cute girl. Ah, gay panic runs away, okay? Kone goes to school. The sounds of that girl's angelic voice. She can't get around. She's like, oh man, like that girl, she was just so cool and her voice was so cool. I gotta go back. I'm going back. She goes back. Lesbian introduction. Hey, let's sing together. They sing. Hey, you're really a sing. You're my partner now. We're gonna be friends forever. Meanwhile, two gay men approach. Two men approach. Hey, An, what's up? This is my new partner. Oh shit, you must be pretty good then. No, I literally just started singing today. What the fuck?
Bruh.
You know what? An, you want to surpass Rad Weekend too, don't you? Yeah. Rad Weekend was this awesome event my dad did when he was younger. You went to it too, Keto, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, I went to it. It's fucking sick. We're gonna surpass it before you fucking hoes. You know what? Hey, come to this event I'm going to next week. It'll be fun. You're on, motherfucker. Bro, what are you doing? You're scaring the huzz away. This shrimp, by the way, it's real, by the way. He says shrimp. This shrimp, not serious. She doesn't know what she's getting into. We're gonna destroy them. Disney dance battle style. Okay, bro, whatever you say, man. What the why am I following this guy? Day of the event. All right, let's watch this shit go down. Let's see. You know, I think they actually might be good. Let's give them a chance. Fine, I will listen. They're on stage, they're singing. Bah, 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 bah. The fucking stage explodes. They flop the event. Oh god, how did this happen? Oh shit, I don't have Mita. Okay, this is gonna be Mita temporarily. Sorry, Kaito, you're Mita. Secret antagonist sabotages their stage. Bro, what are you doing? Why are you sabotaging the stage? What the fuck is wrong with you? You did this, you stupid orange son of a bitch? Yeah, I did. Because you and your girlfriend, you guys suck. Fuck you. I can do this and I'm out of here. He was mean to me and he's orange. Fuck you times 2, whore. Kone goes home. She goes home. This is her home, by the way. Man, I'm not cut out for this singing shit. What do I do? What do I do? I'm not cut out for this. You know what? Maybe the Hatsune Miku can help me. Oh shit, I deleted Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku, what should I do? Keep singing. Duh. No shit. You're right, I'll keep singing. On like every good movie in the early 2000s, I cut off all of my hair. I cut off all my hair. And I want to keep being your girlfriend. Oh, hell yeah. I still keep my cute girlfriend. Hold on, let me put Kaito back. We don't need him right now. We don't need Mita. Our fake Mita insert. Hold on, putting Mita back. You're back. Why the fuck are you back? Fuck you. Times 3. Yeah, fuck you times 4. We're gonna beat you up in a singing battle, bitch. Okay, fuck you. Let's do it. They go to a singing battle. They're cooking. They're popping off. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, they're going crazy. Shit, they are pretty good. Yay, we're the Vivids. We're gay and we love each other and we're awesome singing partners. Literally, sound effect. Dude, I'm nowhere near as good as that girl. Akito, I'm breaking up with you. No, you aren't. Literally punches him in the face. Bad dogs? No more dogs. They're no longer dogs. No more dogs. Doomed yaoi shit. Hey, these two yaoilings are no longer together. What the fuck's up with that? What's up with that? What's the deal with that? We're not getting shit from this guy. He's just being angsty and sad like he's an alien stage character. What's up with you, bro? I quit singing. I'm a little bitch. I'll never be like, me and Akito will never be like you two. Okay, well, that's true, you know, like, I kind of agree with that take, but, you know, you should still get with your boyfriend. Just because you'll never be as good as us doesn't mean you can't have a boyfriend still. I know, you know, nothing will compare to the Anhane Yuri, but, you know, you can still have a very yaoi-ful day. You know, you don't have to comparison to Steve of Joy and all that stuff, okay? Come on. Don't compare yourself. I guess so. You know, no. You're still wrong. I'm gonna keep comparing myself. I'm quitting music. Yo, dude, he's quitting music. I think your boyfriend needs you. What? Insert shoujo anime Orin High School Host Club final episode moment. Bad Dogs is back together, bro. Bad Dogs is back together. And for some reason... Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot one part. Sorry. There was one part I missed. Do you want some alcohol, kid? I'm not gonna check your ID. Do you want some alcohol? Trust me. You want some alcohol? What? It was just a prank. You're an MTV punk. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Your boyfriend needs you. Go to your boyfriend. Sorry, I missed that part. I missed that part. My bad. The boys are back together. The girls are back together. They sing together. Hey, we sound pretty good together. Let's be a VBS, and that's VBS's story. That's the VBS story. That's pretty much it. It's Wula versus Mulama. What up with the VBS main story? I'll be honest, in the VBS main story, the Akito Toya dynamic is a million times more interesting than Anhane. I'll be honest. The way Anhane, I feel like Akito and Toya in the main VBS story are genuinely more interesting characters, and I think Toya's like whole conflict in the main VBS story is by far the most interesting out of the four of them in the main story. Like, An has nothing going on in main story. I'm sorry, like, I love An. We're taking her to fucking Montreal, but in the main story, she's just there as like a hoorah, I love my girlfriend. In the main story, Toya is by far the most interesting character. Toya has this whole conflict where he's sitting there like okay, I can put it like this. Let me give each of them a one-liner that you can take away here for each of the main characters in the main story. We're talking main story only. Anhane is literally I love my girlfriend. She's literally the I love my wife meme. That is on in the main story is just the I love my wife. Kohane. Believe in yourself and the choices you make. Not a bad one. Not bad. Akito. Only a little bit better than on the main story. He's kind of the antagonist. I'll be for real. He's just kind of like... Akito learned not to judge a book by its cover. That's all he learned. Toya! Now let's do the Toya in the main story. Toya's whole conflict in the main story is... I started doing this thing for a very shitty reason. I don't deserve to keep going on this path. Akito says to Toya, it does not matter why you chose this path so long as you want to keep doing it and you give a shit. That's an awesome fucking message. I feel like it's a great message because I think people get a little hung up on like, oh, you know, like I'll give. I feel like not hung up. I feel like the takeaway from Toy Story is great. It doesn't matter why you start, as long as you want to keep doing it. Who the fuck cares about the past? I think that's a great takeaway. That's the other three kind of lacking in the main story department, to be honest. Is Toya Loki carried this main story. So I think I'm gonna put it in I was entertained. It definitely wasn't honk shoe, because the fact that somebody got punched made it kind of entertaining. I thought Akitoya, I think, cooks harder than Anhane in the main story. Like, you know, they get punched, like, fucking punching in the face. The, like, Yaoi-ful running for my boyfriend. Toya's great takeaway. I think the Akitoya, like, heart-to-heart at the end of the main story is very heartfelt and very genuine and sincere. I liked it a lot, so I was entertained. I think it only rivals the Honami reconciliation and Leonid story. So honestly, to me, these two are kind of equal. But I only put the Leonid one a little better because I think each of the Leonid characters are way better developed than each of the VBS characters in the main story. In the main VBS story, only Toya developed. In the Leonid main story, I feel like all of them got way more going on to them. So yeah, I'm putting it here once again. Filler slop. We don't give a fuck about this. Who cares? Who cares? Get out of here with that shit. So that's the VBS main story. Let me put them back. All right, I gotta make these summaries faster because it's 10 o'clock already and we haven't even got through the main stories yet. Okay, to be fair, the main stories are significantly more dense. For those of you who don't read the stories, let me explain to you. Each of these is like 8 episodes. The main story is fucking 20 and this shit is 5. So if you read both of these, it is triple the length of one of these bad boys. Okay, it takes 3. If you just watch it on autoplay, on average, the main story plus their virtual singer filler tag along is 3 times the length of an event story, which is why it's taking me so damn long to explain these. All right, Wonderland X Showtime. The only pre-context you need, they are siblings. They low-key are one of the siblings that actually look like siblings. I'm sick. I'm so sick, man. Fuck. But you know what? We went as musical family, and I'm having time. I'm like, you like musicals? What if I just became a star? This guy then proceeds to get the world's largest ego for the entirety of his life. He realizes, holy shit, this theme park is having auditions. I'm gonna become a star at the theme park. He gives the most insane, he somehow gets a job because this Nepo baby, Emu Otoni, says, I like this kid's moxie. Let's hire him. I am the Nepo baby. He's getting hired. You have no other choice. I'm a Kardashian. Get fucked. They meet. This girl is fucking crazy. First thing when they meet, she Goomba stomps his ass. Literally, like, exactly like this. Stomp, 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 stomp. Like, literally, that is how they met the first time ever, okay? Goomba stomped. We need more people to join our troop. You see this terrible, shitty stage? You're put in the stage. It's gonna get torn down by my family. Please help me. No. You better fucking help me now. Oh yeah, I'll help you. Yeah, you know what? I'll help you. You know what? I'll help you. Okay, we need to get more people for our trope. Here I am. My name is Dui Kamishito. I'm doing illegal activities in the park. I am a criminal wanted on charges: murder, battery, vehicular manslaughter, assault with a deadly weapon, robbery, forgery, fraud, white collar crime, cyber crime. He'd be a good stage director. I concur. Hey man, you want to join us? One condition: I can bring my friend. Deal. I'm too shy. I'm gonna stand over here. No, she's a little shy. Don't worry about her. Fine. We'll let her in, even though I've never seen her once in my life because she's so fucking shy. Yeah. They do a show together. Okay, they do. They're on stage. They do it together. Woohoo! Show's going well. She fumbles. Okay, she fumbles the bag so hard. The first show, absolute flop. 0 out of 10s. Unsubscribed, unfollow, reported, canceled. She flops the show. Fuck you, and you too for bringing your stupid ass friend. You guys suck. You know what? Kill yourself. I'm out of here. Nene, I'm so sorry I put you through that stuff. Oh god, all my friends hate each other. What the fuck am I gonna do, man? What am I? All my friends hate each other, man. Kill Tsukasa Tenma. Don't ask me when they go to the Wonderland Seikai. They went at some point. He went at some point with Emu. It doesn't really matter. It's not that important. Or a stupid Kaito. You know, you're kind of an asshole to your friends. Yeah, you really were mean. You're right. I was mean. I gotta make it up. I'm gonna get them back together. We're gonna get the band back together. Emu, I'm sorry. Deal, I'm back in. Nene, I'm sorry. Deal, I'm back in. Dewey, I'm sorry. Nah, I don't like... No. Okay, how do we get him back? Oh, shit, music's too loud. Hold on. Coconut Mall's too loud right now. How do we get him back? I got an idea, bro. Trust me. Just come with me. Some time passes. Dewey, we gotta talk. I don't want to talk with you. Okay, if you don't want to talk, we're just gonna fucking kidnap you. Literally kidnaps Dewey. Sit your ass down and watch our show. Woohoo, they do a show. They do a show that's pretty much just an allegory for the main story. I'm touched by your show. I'll come back. And that's how Wonderland's X Showtime's forms. I skipped quite a few details. I'm trying to hurry it up. That's pretty much how they form. That's the story. Let's put these back. Where do we put... Where do we put the Wonderland X main time? Okay, Wonderland's X Showtime main story. Where do we put it? Now, Wonderland's X Showtime main story is so out there, it will never happen. It's like BBS. Like, what the fuck? This is so bombastic. Never gonna happen. Now, the thing with Wonderland's X Showtime, holy fuck, they have the best dialogue. I don't care what you say. In my opinion, they have the funniest dialogue as a group. Like, maybe some individual pair and other groups have funny dialogue. No, they actually have the funniest fucking dialogue because all of them say funny quips. You genuinely never know what the next line's gonna be. They're just saying stuff. They just be saying things, and it's so funny. I genuinely enjoyed reading this quite a bit. In terms of character development, it low-key I actually think, okay, I actually think this is a very good main story because even though Tsukasa Tenma in the main story is like an omega prick, I think this story does a phenomenal job of developing each of the characters. Okay, MMJ goes above it because MMJ develops each of them and has a very touching like pull away. I can't really say the takeaway from, there isn't a very clear takeaway from Wonderland's X Showtime as compared to MMJ. I think MMJ is like a very clear takeaway. I don't think Wonderland's X Showtime is a very good takeaway, but my god, I think they took a lot of love and care developing each of the characters in it. Like, Tsukasa turns into a prick, and then he becomes not a prick. You learn a little bit of Nene's backstory, and I think it's a pretty good backstory. Tsukasa matures so much in this event story. Like, he is literally, and I think every character in every main event story, I actually think Tsukasa's the best character development. Like, I actually think he does, because he goes from being insufferable to a prick to learning his lesson all within 20 things. I actually think he kind of the GOAT in this story. I think Emu's also good because Emu is like, she kind of is like Moe Schlop in the beginning, and then they kind of deepen her character, and she has her like this whole backstory with her grandpa, which I think was very needed. Because if you just look at Emu on like a surface level, you don't read if you just barely know shit about the game and you see Emu, she is just kind of like the Moe Schlop character. But I think the event story, the main story does a great job of giving her some like depth, which is good. And I think Nui is also, I think Nui is a very realistic character, at least in the main story, because, you know, like Tsukasa apologizes and Nui says, which I think is very realistic. So I like it. I think it goes here. I think it goes here. Honestly, I was entertained. And this is Schlop. I actually dislike the, by the way, if I had actually to order this, I actually hate all three of these equally. If I'm just gonna tell you right now, when it comes to virtual singer side stories, I cannot stand the Leonid ones. I think the Leonid virtual singer event stories are actually the worst. I hate reading all of them, but I think the Leonid ones are the worst because I couldn't give a fuck about Leonid Miku's whole dilemma about wanting to be a senpai. I genuinely, like, this is so like stupid and pointless, like, honest to God. And the virtual singer ones is about Len wanting to drink coffee like an adult. And Wonderland X Showtime one is just like Kaito babysitting Miku. It's so whatever. Like all these slop. I'll put this one above because this one doesn't piss me off as much, to be honest. The MMJ one pisses me off a little less. All right. The N25 main story is a little convoluted. Strap in. We're on N25. We're on the fan favorites right now. All right, N25 main story is actually the only story that begins in which they are already formed as a group. N25 already exists. They are literally just 4 online friends, okay? They've never seen each other. They make music. They're making shit online. They just add it. They just an online group. Mafiu already has met Great Hatsune Miku, okay? Great Hatsune Miku and Mafiu, they're already homies. They're already homies at this point, okay? They're already real friends. One day, Mafiu goes AWOL. MIA. Yo, where is her? Where is Mafiu? Where is Mafiu? I don't know. Suddenly, they end up in the fucking empty Seikai, and they're like, holy shit, that Hatsune Miku? Is that Mafiu? I hate all of you. Don't talk to me. What? Girl, what? Girl, what? Miku, get him out. Kick him out. As you wish, madame. Yo, is that really Mafiu? Yeah, it was. I hate her, though. I hate her so much. By the way, Anna's base as fuck here. I hate her. I hate her. Mafiu in the main story is insufferable. I hate her ass. Screw her. We don't need her. Out of here. You know, maybe there's a more nuanced approach to Mafiu. I gotta save her. Insane savior complex, okay? Why does Kanade want to save her? Oh, I got burp. Why do I want to save her? Because when I was a kid, I wrote a song for my dad, who's also a composer, and then my dad kept getting compared to that one song I wrote on his behalf, and then he overworked himself to the point of a coma, and he has amnesia, and he doesn't know who I am anymore. So I think it's his fault that my dad literally doesn't know who I am, and also my mom's dead, so I'm just alone. Aga smile. It's the most fucked up backstory of all time, bro. Most fucked up backstory they could have given her. So because of all that, I really want to save Mafiu, you know? Because I essentially destroyed my family. I gotta save Mafiu. You don't understand. You know what? I get it. I get it. I don't get it. I think you're both being silly and stupid. Do without me. I don't care. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm a talentless, worthless artist according to my father. I ain't got time to deal with this. Fair enough. Meanwhile, Mizuki goes to school. Whispering sound effects, whispering sound effects, whispering sound effects. Man, I hate school. All these hoes are judging me because I'm just so much better than them. And they're just judging me for a secret that I cannot reveal because for another 4 years, man, everyone's just judging me and like whispering behind my back, and everyone's fake bitches. And I can't tell you why in the main story. They need about 5 more years of event stories to tell you why. All right, I'm gonna go save Mafiu. All right, I'm down. Count me out. Mafiu, hear me out. No. Mafiu, hear me out. No. Mafiu, hear me out. No. All right, really hear me out. Okay. I will save you. I believe you. All right, I won't kill myself. I'll be honest, the N25 main story actually has very little going on, but it really is just like, it's a whole lot of yappa yappa. That's literally the N25 main story. It just, Mafiu is an asshole. And for some reason, they all stay by Mafiu's side, okay? All right, what do I think about the N25 main story? All right, N25 main story, I think, is very interesting because it is very different setup compared to every main group. Every other group, because N25 is already a group by the time the main story starts, and their Sekai already exist. Which I think is very interesting. I think it's a good setup. I actually think the way the story is, like the way they interact with each other is so accurate. For example, y'all ever watch a movie and there's tweens or teenagers in the movie and they're texting each other, and then you're watching the movie and you see the way they message each other and you're like, this is not how teenagers fucking text each other. N25 main story is the absolute opposite of that. How they interact with each other is genuinely the way how online friends act. It is almost uncanny. It is almost uncanny how they got it down. It's kind of shocking. So in that part, they get a lot of points there because they did a very good job representing it. I think, like the Wonderlands X Showtime main story, each of these characters gets a lot of love, even though a lot of this story is just Kanade's backstory, because it is very dense. It's a lot. Kanade's backstory is kind of a lot. They spent a lot of time going on about Kanade's backstory. Each of the characters, even though it feels like Anna and Mizuki are just kind of there, they actually get their backstories pretty decently fleshed out, which is kind of impressive. So I actually do like that. It's not like VBS, we're just like, okay, we're only gonna give some love to Toya. VBS, it's obviously a little more uneven towards Mafiu and Kanade, but Anna and Mizuki do get some love in the story, which I really like. My biggest critique for this event story is I absolutely despise Mafiu. Mafiu's event story is by far the most insufferable character out of everyone out of every main story. And like, I read Mafiu 1 and Mafiu 2, my opinion of Mafiu changed, but if you read this main story alone, and you never read any other event story, Mafiu is insufferable. It is genuine. Like, if you read just the event, just his main story, and you're like, dude, why? Like, genuinely, why are we here trying to give a shit about her? She is being so mean to us in the main story, like in the main story. She wore a bitch in the main story. Absolutely, the main story is like insane. Like, the main story is Mafiu is that fucking person in your online friend group who's just like, everything sucks, everything's awful. Have you tried anything to improve yourself? No, why would I do that? That's stupid. Everything's awful, everything sucks. You want to do something about it? No, everything's awful, everything sucks. I'm special, so I don't have to try. That's me. I hope you're not. That's not a flex, bro. If you're sitting here and you relate to Mafiu only from the main event story, I hope, like, from the main story, I hope you work on yourself. Honest to God, I'm saying that because this is Mafiu, the main story, is an insufferable, chronically online person who just whines and bitches and moans that everything sucks. Because I actually agree with Anna. Anna's whole point in this event, in the main story, is why should I care about Mafiu's struggles? Everyone goes through their own shit. She's not fucking special. I kind of agree with Anna here in the main story. This is crazy stuff to say. Guys, when you're like, okay, obviously I have a little bit of take when I'm older, but in the main story, it is so painful to watch. Like, guys, we're looking at this as the individual, like, fucking package. In the main story, Mafiu is so insufferable. It, like, I mean, she's pushing me because she's really sad. I'll say it like this. Maybe it's because I'm a little older. You'll get a little older in life, and you will meet people who are, I will call, vacuum sinks of your emotional labor. Like, you will meet vacuum sinks of emotional labor. Mafiu in the main story is one of those people. She doesn't give a fuck how she treats other. Yeah, but to me, as an adult, I would never, like, yeah, they're high schoolers, so I kind of get it, but like, to me, it's a little painful as an adult because the moment mental health struggle is real, yeah, but it's not other people's fucking responsibility. I'm on drugs, I kill somebody, I'm not responsible for it. Just because you are depressed, you cannot be a fucking asshole to everyone and then just like never apologize and it's fucking okay. Yeah, she's allowed to be sound as shit. You cannot just be a social terrorist to every single person around you and your excuse is I'm fucking sad. Like, yeah, maybe the fucking brain chemistry in your brain is fucked up and you are depressed and that is perfectly valid. But you cannot just, like, it is not acceptable to act like Mafiu and then never apologize later. And in the main N20F story, she does not apologize. She does not. In the main story, she does not apologize. No. Later on, she starts being a little nicer and shit, but in that main story, it's just like, oh my God, I cannot, like, I am like losing my mind because I'm like, I am like annoyed on, I'll say it like this. If I was fucking Akito, if I was Akito Shinonome, if I was Akito Shinonome and I found out my sister has some fuck ass friends like this, I would literally tell her, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you friends with someone so, like literally just a time sink of your emotional energy? Like, so I actually think this is a very well written story. And then we're saying get you a cancellation. I don't care. I don't care because it's honestly, I think this is a phenomenal event story. However, I think Mafiu is just so insufferable in this. Yeah, if you reckon try to get help, yeah, but remember guys, we're only looking at this as the main story, as if you only read the main story, if you only read the main story and you never read anything else again, Mafiu sucks as a character. By Mafiu 2, she's already like growing on me. By Mafiu 2, she's kind of growing on me. But like, bro, if you just read this, holy shit. Yeah, like she got better. Yeah. Me when I tier list and I'm looking at things in isolation. But let me tell you, this main story is so hard for me to read because as a child who had unadulterated access to the internet, I had quite a few Mafiu friends when I was younger. Dude, they were fucking you should not be friends with those kind of people. They fuck you up in ways you could not imagine. I had a few Mafiu type friends when I was like, you know, middle school, high school, because I had a lot of online friend groups. They suck the life out of you. They genuinely, they suck the life out of you. Those people that I knew back then, they absolutely needed help. But not from me at like 9 a.m. on my way to school while I'm messaging them on Kick, bro. Like, no. No. So I genuinely, it's like, maybe it's like a personal takeaway, because I've had known people when I was younger who are like Mafia, where it's just like, holy fuck. Like, this is too much for me. So as an adult, I absolutely cannot stand this kind of character, but it's a very well-written character because it got such a fucking response into me because it is so well-written. Mafia is so well-written. There are so many Mafias who are just emotional like emotional sinks of energy. She is well-written, but God, I fucking hate her in this main story. I hate her in this main story. I cannot tolerate people like that in real life. And I argue you should, you know, you are not these people, like, kind of like this, like, bro, I want you to know, in the main N25 story, I'm gonna show you something crazy. You know how I know this is so fucked up? Okay, this is how unhealthy Mafia's relationship is in the main 25. Do you know what this shit is called? This shit is called the curse put on the two. Are you kidding me? It is absolutely insane. This is the chapter where Kanade is like, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna make the most unrealistic promise of all time. I'm gonna save you, you sad girl who needs therapy. This is the most, like, I was reading this and I went, this is an insane title they gave this. Like, this is so crazy. Yeah, me waking up at 3 images to Kai flower emoji saying sorry 120 times was 20. Literally, that's the energy. It is crazy. This dynamic is so unhealthy, but like, it's so well written. Like, this is by far the best written main story, and I liked it, but I'll never read this again. It was too upsetting to read. To be honest, it is phenomenal. It is the most well written. I can never read this shit again. I can never read it again because Loki gonna trigger me because it brings back too many memories of my childhood. Of like, I genuinely could not read this again. But my God, it actually is heat. It's by far the big one. I don't know what they put some. They did some magic in this, but I genuinely this one is I cannot read it. I cannot reread it if you ask me to. I actually would refuse. If you told me to reread it, I'd be like, no, I watch my own YouTube video about it. I'd rather watch my own YouTube video about it because if I have to read the dialogue and like relive the memories of like some. All right, I'll give you a story of like. Let me tell you, my gut, I read the main N25 story, and you know what my gut reaction was? When I was in middle school, I knew a girl in we had an online friend group on fucking Skype. This girl, she was faking self-harming herself and sending us images. That girl needed so much help, and she was sending us, our online friend group, we're all like 14, 15, 16, she's sending faked images of her self-harming. So, like, that's the memory I got when I read N25 story, because that girl and Mafia were, like, they reminded me so much of each other. Bro, I was, like, 8th grade, too. Like, that's what I meant. Yeah, on Skype, I've told you, I'm fucking old. Like, like, all I could think about when I read N25 main story was that time in my life where I was like, bro, this fucking crazy. You don't have to feel bad for it now. That's not okay. Yeah, absolutely not. But this is, like, literally happened 13 years ago. Like, I'm fucking over it. I don't know whatever. I never knew what happened to that girl. That girl was yeah, I did it again. Inserts 19 spoiled images. Yeah, type energy. I don't know whatever happened to that girl. I hope she got the help she did. But yeah, that was my like gut reaction to reading N25 main story, because I saw Mafia and then I thought of that girl because they were like the same fucking person, and I was like, I can't handle this. I cannot handle this. Like, this is too many repressed memories I don't want to think about. So yeah, this is actually this is by far the best main story. But yeah, fuck Mafia in the main story. She does get better. She gets so much better though. This one, it actually goes here. It actually goes here above the rest. It is still super fucking boring because the only two characters in this one are are Mafia and N25 Miku just fucking talking to each other back and forth. However, it's a little better than the other ones because there's information in this virtual singer like side story bullshit that actually adds on to this plot. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I don't really remember it, but I know it was relevant because shit from this made the YouTube video. But everything, okay. I read them. I did read them. And garbage, 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 garbage. One piece of useful information in all of this, which is the only reason it gets Hongshu. All right, guys, we're finally done the fucking story. No. Oh my god, I'm just... Okay, I guess I'm just getting... I'll just go fuck myself then. The fuck? I have read it, and they're all garbage. I'm telling you, I read this. They're all garbage. 2 hours? Yeah, these are fucking... I'm telling... Dude, I was telling you, these are hard because there's so much. It's 20 fucking chapters. All right. I will keep these summarizations much shorter because these are actually event stories are really fast, to be honest. All right. They're so much faster. It is so much faster. All right, Stella. Saki 1. Saki 1 is essentially Saki talking, like, this whole shtick is Saki being like, she overworks herself to the point of getting sick because she's juggling tennis or some, I think she's on a tennis team. Tennis, a part-time job at a cafe, and Leonid practice. She's juggling all three, obviously, because she just got discharged from the hospital. She's still kind of weak, and then she gets sick, and then they're like, Saki, why did you do that to yourself? We told you to chill out. You literally fainted like last week in the main story. And Saki goes, guys, I'm trying to catch up on time because I was in the hospital. And Leonid Luca puts her hand on her shoulder and says, you got all the time in the world, kid. Saki's like, you're right. That's all that happens. Like I said, these are so much easier to summarize. These are so much easier to summarize. That is what happens in Saki 1. Saki 1, I actually think the virtual singers for one's kind of useful here. Yeah, well, the whole point of this event story, Saki works too hard, she gets sick, and then she's sad because she's missing out on memories, but then the gang's like, it's okay, man. We're not gonna leave you anymore. You don't have to make up on lost time. I actually think it's pretty good. I think it starts as... It's like a recurring theme in Saki's whole character that they keep going on with. It's like feeling like you have to make up for something for like missed time, which I think is a nice message. Personally, I don't really relate to this message or Saki's character very much, so I have a little bit different feelings. I do think it was a good start to Leonid's like event stories. I was entertained. Like, to me, it was like I was entertained. I don't think I wasn't like poggy or anything. I enjoyed the read. I think it's a great way to start Saki's character arc, and like it kind of sets the stage for everything. I actually was entertained. I don't think it was like, oh my fucking god, but I was like, yeah, it's a good read. Like I enjoyed it. Like, yeah, it's nice. And the virtual singer wasn't fucking useless for once. So yeah, that's Saki 1. All right, what do we got next? Okay, Imprisoned Marionette. Imprisoned Marionette is N25 are sitting there and they're like, okay, Mafiu, how the fuck are we gonna save her? How do we save Mafiu? Mizuki. Guys, Kanade. Kanade gets tickets for a doll exhibition. Somehow convinces all of them to go. All of them to go. Okay, all of them go. Mafiu literally sees a random marionette doll who just sad as shit and starts just like fucking throwing up, puking, crying, shitting, pissing, like tweaking the fuck out in the middle of this museum doll exhibition. And everyone's like, what the hell do we do? Do we call 911? Oh god, what do we do? Oh god, she's tweaking out. They take Mafiu home. Oh, what triggered her? What happened? She just has like an allergic reaction? Like, what's going on? Suddenly, Empty Seikai, the same fucking doll appears, and they all sit there and they go, I think it's the doll. And Mafiu sits there and she goes, I don't know why this doll represents me. This doll on the strings that's sad, that's controlled by somebody else. How do I feel about Imprisoned Marionette? I just think it was like too damn fucking obvious. I didn't really enjoy Imprisoned Marionette that much because sometimes they're serving the takeaway on like a silver platter was absolutely like no subtlety. Like if you did not, okay, if you read in Prison Marionette and you did not see the so glaringly obvious, not subtle in the slightest analogy, symbolism between a marionette on strings and Mafiu, I feel like you need to retake 6th grade English. It was like so painful to see the characters running circles around the symbolism and no one's fucking saying it, and it's just so obvious. Like, it's just so painfully obvious what the symbolism in the stupid story is, and everyone just like, huh? What? Why this? No, what? Like, it's so painful as the audience. Like, I kind of understand why in universe they're a little, they don't get it, because they don't really know about Mafumam. Us as the reader, we know about Mafumam. However, please be a little more considerate of the audience. It's so painful. Like, I understand, you know, at this point in the story, Kanade, only Mizuki kind of knows how controlling Mafumam is, but even then they don't really know the whole story. So I get why they're a little like, but still, I think it's just so obvious. It's just so obvious, so annoying. I didn't like reading because I'm just like, come on, just get to the fucking point already. Just like, can they figure it out already? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. No, they do know about Mafumam at this point, because Mizuki is the main Ending 25 story. Her and Mafumam being hella judgy about how Mafiu spends her time at school, and then told the other two, Enna and Kanade, about how she thinks, how Mizuki's like, yo, I think Mafiu's mom's kind of a very controlling type of person. They know about Mafumam. They don't know the extent of Mafumam, but still, us as the reader have to be considered in these things. It's so painful, us as the readers, because there are some event stories later on where we know things the characters don't, so we kind of have to like wait a little patiently. But I think in Prison Marionette was like one of the worst cases of like, holy fuck, can they figure it out already? Like, oh my god, like, oh my god, come on guys, like, please, Jesus Christ. Yeah, at least honestly, I kind of was like honk shoe during this, because by chapter, the moment Mafiu sees the doll and starts tweaking out, you as the reader instantly know what's going on, and you now have to like stomach through 6 more chapters of them just going, so it was like, I wasn't really enjoying the read here. It was, oh my god, it was just like, bro, please, can you like find a better way to let the characters know? Like, it's so painful. So yeah, Prison Marionette, no, wait, this goes below. This was a honk shoe. No, wrong tier list. Like, this goes in honk shoe. This is, oh wait, hold on. This is definitely better than this stuff. Hold up. This probably goes back here. This goes like back here. It only barely is better than Filler Schlop. All right, what's next? All right, it's on Wonder Halloween. Hold on, let me skim my note. This one is a little fuzzy in my memory. What the hell happens here? Let me skim it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's the zombie one. Zombie one. Yeah, zombie one. Okay. What happened? This is Dewey one. Dewey's first focus on it's something about potatoes. Unironically, it is something about it. Low key is. What happened to Dewey one? All right, Dewey's like, okay, I got some wacky, zany ideas. Tsukasa, you down to clown? Tsukasa says, I'm down to clown. Tsukasa starts clowning. He gets hurt. Dewey is like, oh god, they're all going to hate me for this. They're all going to hate me. Tsukasa got hurt because of my idea. Tsukasa's like, it's fine. We'll just install more safety things. Dewey. No. We're just not gonna do it, bro. We're just gonna not do it. No. It's just too sad. No, man, Tsukasa. I will do it, bro. I'm fine. I'm Tsukasa Tenma. I'm the Pegasus that soars through the sky. I'm fine. I'll live. Let's do your idea. No. I can't do it. I'm just too nervous. No. Dewey goes to the fucking Wonderland Seikai. Kaito. hey dude, I'm pretty sure because Tsukasa got hurt, you're now worried, your past trauma of you having zany ideas and low-key being inconsiderate of other people while doing shows and them fucking off is hindering you right now. Kaito, you might be onto some shit. N25, by the way, Wonderland's X Showtime Kaito is by far like the most capable Kaito out of all the Kaitos, by far. You know, you might be onto some shit, Kaito. Return back to the real world. Tsukasa, do you really mean it? You really mean it? You're fine? Tsukasa, I am the world's greatest star. I'm fine, bro. Let's do the bit. And then Tsukasa does the bit, and then Nui's like, you know what? I'm surrounded by such good friends, I don't need to worry about this kind of stuff anymore. I'm fine. And that's pretty much Nui 1. So, Nui 1 is a little bit also like Imprisoned Marionette, where it's like, okay, Nui, no shit, we kind of know what, like, if you paid attention during the main story, you kind of know instantly where Nui 1's going. And they kind of... Now, here's the thing about Nui 1 that is a little better, though. While it's pretty fucking obvious why Nui is having his whole internal conflict during this part, I think the resolution here is a bajillion times better than Mafia 1. The resolution here is Nui learns to trust his friends and the people around him because he couldn't before. So even though he spent a lot of time dancing around the fucking points, kind of like, oh my god, okay, please. The resolution's better, and also Nui is not stubborn about it, and he, like, Nene points out to him like, hey man, you're being stubborn. And Nui goes, like, Nene points out instantly the flaw, and then Nui goes, you know what, Nene, I don't see it, but I trust you because you're my childhood friend, so like, I'm gonna believe you. How should we fix this? And I thought that was a very refreshing thing to see. Gotta go, adios. I thought it was a very refreshing thing to see that a character is called out on their shit, and even though they don't see it, they trust the other person enough to be like, all right, let's figure out how to solve this. So I actually liked it quite a bit. I actually liked it kind of bit. I was entertained. I thought, okay, it was like a no shit, I know what the fucking thingy is. However, Nui, he's not insufferable. It's like the resolution is worth it. Yeah, they're not brain dead for the sake of plot. Thank you. Yeah, this is like Imprisoned Marionette done correctly. It's the best way to put it. Where it's like, us as the readers, no shit, we know what the fucking thing is. However, the resolution has a much better payoff, and there's more development. That's another issue with Imprisoned Marionette. They barely figure out why the doll causes Mafia to tweak out, and like there's no payoff. Like there's no reward for figuring out. Nui 1, he figures it out, and the reward is Nui learns to trust his friends more, which is, you know, there's something. There's something for it. Okay, next we have On 1. Okay, well, now we're on 1. On 1 is pretty much how On 1 goes. BBS, we're all together, gang, singing. We're on the Vivid Stream, we're rocking it out. Why is my desk like warm? Okay, never mind. What happens during On 1 is they're on stage, they're performing a battle. Kohane is still very unconfident in her singing skills at this point. An is like, Kohane, just trust. If something goes wrong, just rely on me. You can always count on me, girl. Akito watches and rubs his chin like, something's up here. They stand. VBS is performing. Kohane blunders, eats shit, and Kohane's like, guys, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. Like, this is so my bad. And An actually takes responsibility instead and says, no, Kohane, it's actually my fault because I couldn't help you when you were blundering. And then Kohane fucks off, and Akito goes, what the fuck are you doing, An? An's like, what are you talking about? I'm just being a good partner. And Akito says, no, you're being a babysitter. You are babysitting her, and because you think she is weak, and like, you're not actually partners. You're like babysitting her. And An's like, whoa, maybe I am babysitting my girlfriend. And An realizes, oh shit, I haven't been treating Kohane as an equal. Kohane and An reconcile. Happily ever after. I actually thought An 1 was so based. Akito, yeah, Akito was high-key so based for this one. Okay? But Akito Loki instantly redeemed himself after the main story. Well, I actually think Akito is like, literally, this is one of the evidence for the Saki glue theory, okay? On one, like, I actually think Akito's bluntness was, he was so right. He genuinely was correct, though. Because An was just, like, you know how An, okay, this is crazy. An treated Kohane like a little pet hamster in a cage, like, oh my god, look at my cute little pet hamster, he's so cute, he's so cute. Like, that's not your partner, bro, like, it's your pet. Like, An was unironically treating Kohane like a little fucking chia pet water, you know, like the fucking thing where you water and it's like a chia pet. So I think Akito was so right to call her out on that, and it made them better. It made them actual equals. Because you actually, in the main story for VBS, you can feel there is quite a bit of unbalance between An and Kohane. So I actually think a low-key physical reaction, I think this was low-key based. It doesn't really, it doesn't really set up too much of the later VBS stuff, but I think it kind of redeems the main story a bit. Because if you read just the main, VBS story, you're just like, partners my ass. Like, An is mogs the shit out of Kohane in singing skills 10 out of 10 times. So I think singing in sync recalibrates and fixes the relationship for the rest of the game. Because if there was no singing in sync, I feel like we'd perma have like girl boss An and her little assistant Kohane. But I think singing in sync kind of checks them out and resets it to like an actual equilibrium. I think protecting the word you use is someone lower than yourself is a banger. Yeah, Akito is spitting in this, bro. Akito is... this one's good. This was good. Another person as simply another step. Yep. This is actually the beginning of the Akito redemption arc also too. This is actually, yeah, the beginning of the Akito stops just being an annoying teenage boy with singing in sync when you're like, oh wait, he actually has got something going on up here. So I actually really like singing in sync. It's good. However, this is the start of every An event just being her being fucking sad. I haven't even read the later An ones, and I know they just make this poor, they just put this poor girl through shit, man. They are just putting this girl through shit. They just, it literally just sadness and horrors and sadness and crying and tears and lies. They put this girl through some shit, man. So sing and sync, pretty good. It's a good one. All right, what's next? Run Sports Festival Committee Rush. What the fuck happens here? I'm skimming the notes. Blah blah blah. This is our first mixed event story, by the way. Okay. Okay. I'm like skimming my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. If I have to skim the notes, it's a pretty bad sign, isn't it? I feel like the fact that I have to go, what the fuck happened here, is a really great sign that it's like, I don't, like, the fact that I have to open the, okay, some of this. I instantly remember what happened here. I knew what happened here. I didn't have to read, I never read the notes. I gotta read the notes for this event story. Literally, this is just, if you ever watched any single slice of life anime in your life, you'll know there's about like 3 canon events that must happen in every single high school slice of life anime. One of them is the sports festival, which is a thing Japanese high schools do, which is just like the school hosts a bunch of sporting events and the students participate, and it's a sports festival. This event is just an excuse for everyone at Miya Masuzaka and Miya's Girls Academy to meet each other. This event is just an excuse for all of our female characters who go to Miya to meet each other and like actually get acquainted with each other. There's no really like character development. There's no character development. It's more just like, hey, this is how Haruka Kiritani interacts with like Saki and Ichika. And this is how they all know each other. It's fluff. It's like fluff, but it's not filler slop. I'll put it like Hongshu, because it's kind of fun seeing them interact with each other. To be honest, it's just fun seeing Emu interact with people and everyone just going, yo, this Emu girl crazy. Like, honestly, it's like whenever Emu's on the screen interacting with someone and everyone's like, this girl's kind of quirky. That's the only time I'm like entertained with these. Other than that, it's kind of just, it's fluff filler. It's fluff filler. There's nothing crazy to it. Like, you can skip it. Like, you can skip this, but it's significantly better than this slop. Holy fuck. All right, what's next? All right, we have ID1 time to restart, which actually is MMJ1. ID1 essentially is MMJ, is they've decided we are now going to be idols. We need to find an agency. They go around to a bunch of agency, you know, Shizuku, ID, and Haruka. They try and, you know, schmoozle their way through their connections, but every connection turns them down because no agency wants Minori because she's a fucking nobody, which is, honestly, I kind of understand the perspective of the agencies. Every agency, every connection the three have pretty much flops because they refuse to leave behind Minori, because Minori is the reason they're together. And so ID comes up with this idea. It's like, guys, what if we become freelance idols? We live stream, we promote ourselves, we're entrepreneurs. And MJ goes, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. I'm down. Let's do it. We're freelance idols. We're independent artists. We're gonna be the next Macklemore, okay? That's pretty much what happens. The only reason it's an ID focus event story is because it was ID's idea to become freelance idols, and she did a good chunk of the work in the very beginning to kind of like convince and like prove her idea that they can even do it. But pretty good. I think this literally sets up everything for MMJ. Like, this is so crucial to the MMJ story. It's literally like, why the fuck does every other MMJ event story happen? It's because of ID1. However, this is not an ID focus event. This is an MMJ focus event, essentially. Well, the TLDR is nobody wants to pick up MMJ. Nobody wants to pick him up. Like, for whatever reason, no one wants to pick up MMJ. I think this is a good event story. To be honest, I think it will not make you an ID Oishi, because this shit is not about ID in the slightest. It's definitely better than these. I think this event story does a great job of showing we will not leave Minori behind. I think it does a good job of showing that, like, the agencies aren't just like super evil companies, bad guy capitalism. Because there is an argument to be made. Why okay, if Jungkook walks into my entertainment industry, my entertainment agency, and is like, I want to get signed. Holy shit, but you have to take my neighbor too. I would also be a little fucking hesitant if I was the CEO. Like, I think it was very realistic for them not to just be like big evil corporate bad guys, because at the end of the day, the agency is taking a risk too. Like, it is a huge risk. It is a huge financial risk debuting an idol group, whether it be K-pop or J-pop. There's so much money to be made, and there's for every group that makes it, there's 500 that flop within their first year and just burn money infinitely. Okay. So I actually like Time to Restart, because it's not just like we hate Minori. No, we have to be realistic here. Yeah, exactly. Marketing a group of like, also it's like marketing a group of 3 random ass celebrities who are like not related to each other whatsoever, and a nobody's impossible. Like, literally imagine if I just spun the wheel on, like, if I took the top 20 K-pop girl groups and I put all the girls on a wheel, I spun the wheel 3 times, got 3 random names, and then I took like some random high school girl and I put in a group. It's like, how the fuck are we gonna promote this? It is like very realistic. So I like Time to Restart, but it's not an ID focus event. All right, what do we got next? Okay, it's 2 hours 30. I'm not gonna stop right now, but at what point should we stop? I'm trying to think, how far should we get? The main event story just took fucking ages, bro, because there's just so much shit in the main event stories. This is the event that goes Mizu 5. Oh, you know what? Let's stop at maybe finish the row. Wait, but is this too many for next stream though? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 26 for next stream. Is that too many? Should we at least try to get to Toya? Oh, I mean, it's all events. Yeah, they're all pretty short. Okay, let's at least, to be fair, yeah, the main stories are just such a painful. All right, let's finish first row. I think my goal, let's get to Shizuku 1. My goal, let's get Shizuku 1. At least finish Shizuku 1. All right. Kamiyama High Festival. All right, I'm gonna give you my crackpot theory about Kamiyama High Festival and Mizu 5 after I explain what happened in Kamiyama High Festival. Like I mentioned earlier, like the sports festival, like every slice of life anime about a high schooler's canon event, it's also the school cultural festival. It happens in every fucking slice of life high school anime. It is literally just a festival in which every single class in the school must make some like little exhibit, fun exhibition thingy majiggy, and then your class has to like, and then this whole school becomes the festival open to the public, and the public enjoys the festival. So what happens in Kamiyama High Fest? Kamiyama High Fest essentially is it's our second mixed event story. It kind of follows everyone low-key, but it follows Mizuki the closest. So Kamiyama High Festival, Mizuki, she is a chronic school skipper. She doesn't fucking go to school. She doesn't like these kind of things. Unconvinced her to come, Mizuki's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll go. Unconvince me. Mizuki goes solo because N25 don't give no shit who is Tota. We don't give a fuck. N25 doesn't go. Mizuki goes to the Kamiyama School Festival. She runs into a bunch of our other characters. I'm trying to remember. Like, okay, I'm low-key like trying to remember Kamiyama High Festival because the problem is everyone and their mother is in Kamiyama High Festival, and I'm like, who did Mizuki meet first? Like, by the end of Kamiyama High Festival, chapter 8 is like half of the main cast hanging out with each other, and I'm just like, oh god, there's too fucking many of them. Like, Kamiyama High Festival is genuinely like, there's so many characters, like everyone is in this. This is like one of the Avengers of mixed events. So Kamiyama High Festival, essentially, Mizuki just like low-key goes around the school and like meets a bunch of the other cast, like An, Akito, Toya, Nui, Tsukasa. Thank you for the list. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Sakai, honestly. The girl got arrested. Oh, so essentially the plot of this event is Mizuki just goes around the school and enjoys the school festival by herself while meeting fucking everybody who goes to Kamiyama High and is a character we give a shit about. The more important thing we learn about this event, by far, is we actually get backstory into middle school Mizuki and Nui and how they started being friends. That is the most important thing about this event story, is we get like 2 chapters dedicated to Mizu Nui friendship, and it is so incredibly important to both of their backstories. This is like low-key. Most mixed event stories are kind of skips, except I would argue this one is not a skip. It is so important to know how both Mizuki and Nui were in middle school and how they were kind of like nobodies, was loners, no friends, and why they're so important to each other, because that relationship they have is very important as the story progresses, and this event tells us why the fuck they became friends in the first place, because both of them in middle school had no friends, nobody. How do these 2 loners meet? Kamiyama High Festival will tell you. So the second important part of Kamiyama High Festival is low-key a bit, but it's not a bit. Kamiyama High Festival actually caused Mizu 5. And I'm being half serious here. Because Mizuki never goes to school events. She doesn't even go to fucking school. Like, bitch goes like once a week for like an hour at a time. She pretty much always skips events and couldn't give a fuck. She only goes to Kamiya this school festival because An invited her, and An was very nice about the way she invited Mizuki, so Mizuki's like, you know what, I'll go. And Mizuki has such a fucking grand old time, but she's not with N25. Mizuki thinks to herself, you know, next year, which is Mizu 5, next year, I'm gonna actually participate in the school festival, and I'm gonna invite N25 because I had so much fun this year, and I really wish I could go with, I really wish I went with N25. So, An is actually the cause of Mizu 5. Because if An never went out of her way to text Mizuki like, hey girl, come to the school festival, trust me, it'll be fun. Mizuki never would have gone, she never would have had fun, and she would have never gone to the one the year after where the infamous event happened. I literally shit my fucking pants when I was reading this and I made the connection in my head. I read this, and in the chapter 8, Mizuki says, I'm gonna show it to you because it is, I literally shit my pants because I'm so brain rotted. That was like the first thing that came to my mind. I'm literally gonna show you all. Oh shit, I'm still on JP. I'm gonna show you the line that made me just like lose my fucking mind sitting here. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Maybe it's in the chapter 7. Dude, which chapter is it in? If I just type in the word Anna for every single one, it'll surely pop up. Okay, it starts with this. She goes, oh man, I wonder how Anna and gang would react to this. No. Where's the line? There was like a single line I read that I went, this changes everything. Where's the fucking line? There's a line in here. Where's the line, bro? I can't fucking find the fucking thing. I'm telling you, it's real. I'm telling you, it's real. It's very real because I will never forget it. But yeah, this causes Mizu 5, and this is actually a banger. It's actually, it might be upset. I just can't skip and find it. This high key banger. This is such a banger. I think it's a banger because this is like spiritually Mizu 1, bro. This is like spiritually Mizu. This is Mizu 0.5. Mizu 0.5. It's not really Mizu 1. It's Mizu 0.5. I feel like if you're a Mizuki stan, you have to read this. If you're a Dewey stan, you have to read this. If you don't, okay, I'll say it like this. You can get away with skipping this if you're not that into Mizuki or Dewey high key. But if you are a Mizuki or a Dewey stan, it must read. Must read for Mizuki stand. Highly recommend reading for Dewey stand. Everyone else, it's up to you. It's up to you, to be honest. All right, what's next? Oh, Nene won on this holy night I sing. All right, Nene won. Essentially, Wonderland X Showtime's decided to do a Christmas show. Okay, let's have to do a Christmas show. Okay, there's like a whole overarch. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Did I just call them N25? Wonderland X Showtimes has, I think, one of the most not convoluted, they have a very strong overarching plot for like the first year of event stories. I'm just gonna say this, and I'll probably have to explain again next stream because probably most of you fucking forgot about it because it's so old. The first year of Wonderland X Showtime, their main motive, you know, Wonderland X Nighttime, Wonderland X Showtime's main motive in the first year is Phoenix X Wonderland is holding a contest for all the groups in the park, and it's essentially a contest. Whichever group in the park wins like a fan voting contest over the course of like a few months, gets to be featured in a promotional commercial that PXL, like Phoenix Wonderland, is gonna run. And Tsukasa, wanting to be a big star, is like, we gotta win this. We are gonna win. That is the overarching plot, and it is low-key kind of important to remember for the entire time, but like, it's so old at this point, so I'm reminding y'all. So it's time for the Christmas show. It's Wonderland's X Showtime. I think it's like the second or first round of the contest, and they're low-key, no, it's the first round of the contest, and they are second place behind the, hold on, I always get their name wrong. Is it the Phoenix Stage Group? Hold on. The Phoenix Stage Group, which is the biggest group, was the nicest stage at PXL, okay? The Phoenix Stage Group. They are second place. So everyone's like, okay, let's go scope the competition, okay? They go and we meet Sakurako. We meet Sakurako, who is the lead and like the face of the Phoenix Stage Group. And she's like, you guys suck, boo, lame-os, you guys suck, like that's how she is essentially. She is more obnoxious than Tsukasa, which is impressive. She essentially shits on them and says, you guys all suck, and you, Nene, you're like the singer, right? You especially suck. Tsukasa says, you can't talk about my people like that. All right, it's on, clown girl. And so then Nene is like, man, I hate her. I gotta outdo her. But man, she is objectively a much better singer than me. What do I do? Let me ask advice from Wonderland, the rest of my troop. Her troop says, ... Nene, I think you're holding yourself back from singing. Nene's like, I wonder why. Eventually, through a bunch of shenanigans, Nene figures out, because in middle school, Nene blundered a very important role in her middle school theater group. She has just like hella anxiety now, okay? Nene realized the secret holding her back to singing with more emotion is remembering how she used to sing before that very traumatic event in her life. And then Nene gets over her, like, Nene reminds herself of how much she likes singing. She's able to sing with her heart out. She pops off, and Wonderland's X Showtime does an amazing Christmas show, and it's literally a Christmas miracle where Nene is like standing on stage, she's like singing, and then it starts snowing, like literally like Hallmark movie type of shit. Nene 1 is pretty good. I thought it, okay, okay, my thing that I'm a big fan of was the first year of Wonderland's X Showtime main story is they all contribute very strongly to the overarching plot, which I really liked. Like, they never forget, like, yeah, everything is for this contest, bro. Everything is for this contest. Like, I think Wonderland, I feel like their event stories do a very good job of, like, each event story is good in its own, like, chunk-sized bit, but they also contribute to the main, like, their, like, main, like, little arc very well. Nene 1's good. I did really like Sakurako. Okay, she is the Arata of PXL. And I think she's a good antagonist in the beginning. I think she does a good job of being an antagonist, because I'll say this. All the antagonists, like, that kind of appeal, like her and Arata, I think are good antagonists because they don't just talk the talk, they can walk the walk, okay? They are assholes with skill, which make them formidable opponents. Unlike fuck-ass Mita in the main VBS story, who's just like a chud, okay? Mita is like chudling. Arata and Sakurako, the big dogs. These are big dogs. These are like Elden Ring bosses of antagonists, which I really like. So I really like the introduction of her. I also really like her design. I think Nene 1, I was entertained. I think I was entertained. Was I entertained or a physical reaction? I think Nene 1 is a pretty good event story. I think a lot of Nene events are actually pretty decent, to be honest. Do I put? I don't know which one I put it in, to be honest. Was I entertained? I think I was entertained. I don't think I had a physical reaction because I think it kind of is like Dewey one where it's like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. I feel like I know where this is going, and I feel like it's like a nice thing. Yeah, we're not talking about the songs and the cards. Otherwise, there's just too much shit to tier list, guys. If I talk about the song card, there's too much shit to tier list. If I talk about song cards, we can only talk about so much. I think it's the same as Dewey one. It's like I kind of know where it's going, but I'm not hating on it because they're doing it in like a way that makes sense and it's like nice and all that. It's a good event story. It's great. I think it's a great start to Nene. New Year's one. It's literally it's fluff about how each of the groups are spending their New Year's. It is filler. You can absolutely skip it. However, it is significantly better than all. Oh my god, that's not locked. A bajillion time better than all of these. Why is this one so much better than all of these? For one reason. It's the Leonid. So how does this event happen? Essentially, this event story happened. It's 10 chapters. 2 chapters is for each subunit, how they are spending New Year's with each other. This is the Akito alcohol incident. So yeah, there's only 2 reasons this shit is good. Because there was an instance where Anna and we got a funny Shinonome siblings interaction. And the second only entertaining thing about this event story is when Honami just keeps pulling fortunes that for Luca that says, you will die, you will die, you will die, you will die, and your dog will die. Like, that is the only, like, that shit made me chuckle. That was it. Everything else was so garbage. I could not care. I just thought it was so funny when Honami just keeps pulling them out. It's like, death, destruction, world ending, you suck, your dog sucks, your mom's gonna die, your dad, like, that was the only part of this that was good. No, it wasn't she, it was Honami. Yeah, it was Honami. That's the only part that's good. Everything else is like, so I don't care. I could not care. Filler slop, skip it, bleh, garbage. All right, next we have is Honami 1. I got mixed feelings about Honami 1. What is Honami 1? Honami 1 is Honami's class, which is doing a choir contest. Every class in Mia is doing has a choir, and each they're doing a contest. Okay, so Honami gets selected by the teacher to be, yeah, it is what happened to me in Japan, literally. Honami gets selected to be like the fucking like the class representative for this choir contest, and during the contest, you know, Honami's like, all right, guys, gang, what song are we picking? We have 2 song options. There's an easier song and a harder song. And everyone in the class is split 50-50 down the middle between the easy song and the hard song, with Honami being the deciding vote. Why is it split 50-50? It's because some of the students don't want to spend too much time doing extra practices for this contest because they have other obligations, and the other half of the class really want to do it, like, want to really try and win the fucking thing. And Honami is the leader, so she has to figure out what to do because she's a tie-breaking vote. Honami is low-key tweaking out over this decision because she's like, whatever I do, whatever I pick, the other half is gonna fucking hate me for it. And Shiho says the most based shit of all time. Shiho says, and I'm actually going to quote it because this quote stuck with me. It literally stuck with me, and I've been thinking about it for a while. This is how good, this is like, when Shiho is based, she's so based. That's why she's the bass player. Shiho says this. Honami eventually at one point tells Leonid about the situation, and Leonid's like, dude, that is such an ass position to be in. And Shiho says this to Honami. I believe that deciding to do something means you're choosing to give up on something else at the same time. So you have to be ready to accept that people will dislike you for your decision. That's normal. What I'm trying to say is just do what you think is right. Holy shit, I stood up and I applauded in Walmart. This is probably the hardest Shiho quote in the game's first year. Holy base quote. That's why Shiho's the bass player. It is actually such a, like, I read this and I went, oh my god, Shiho's my goat. This is such an insanely good fucking bar from Shiho. This is like the, you know, yesterday we were doing the Ensemble Stars classic literature moment. This is one of those moments where it's like, I cannot believe this line, that one line from the Pokemon movie about Mew, where Mewtwo's like, yo, the circumstances of one birth do not determine your life. This is like Project Sakai's version of Shiho's version of that, where she just drops the craziest bar of all time. Like, it is so insane. This could apply to making base makes you base. Yeah, literally, yeah, she's down to base. It is so good. This interaction is so integral to Honami's growth as a character. It's like y'all don't understand. In later Leonin event stories, like, Honami has flashbacks of this line from Shiho. Like, this is literally one of the most important things Shiho says in early story Leonin. Like, it is so unbelievably important. Yeah, literally go silent. This shit is so crazy. Like, I'm telling you, like, I as an adult, like, sometimes I'm sitting here with my, like, I sometimes sit here and I reflect on my own life, you know, like, guys, I want you to know, I'm like a fucking loser outside of this live stream. I'm kind of a loser on this live stream. I'm like 26 years old, shilling about why Shio Hinomori is like low-key the most base person of all time. Okay, like, I'm kind of a loser in that regard, but I don't care. Obviously, when you're an adult, you have a lot less free time, and so you have to make a lot of choices about, like, you can't do everything. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. And especially when you're an adult, your time is even more limited than when you're, like, in university or high school or middle school or whatever. Okay? So, there is a saying when you're an adult, you can only get 2 of 3. You get, a social life, enough sleep, or what is it? What are the 3 things? You can only have 2 out of 3 as an adult. Social life, hold on. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I know this is AI thing, but you get the idea. All right. You get 2 of these 3 things when you're adult. Money, friends, or your health. You cannot have all 3. Okay, this is like too simplified, but the generalization is when you're an adult, you get 2 of these 3 things. You can have a social life, you can have a good health, as in, like, you get enough sleep and you exercise, you eat well, or you have fucking money. You do not get all 3 as an adult. It is physically fucking impossible. That's all you get. You want money and you want to take care of yourself? Congratulations, you have no fucking friends. You have friends and you take care of yourself? Congratulations, you have no money because having friends is expensive adult. Oh, you have friends and you have a fuck ton of money? You probably don't sleep, you eat like shit, you probably don't fucking exercise. I'm telling you, as an adult, I chose to not have the no friends. I purposely chose the no friends. At one point, I chose the friends and I dropped the health. I'm not flipping you off, I'm just like using my fingers. At one point, I dropped the health and I picked friends and money. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like, this is not for me. So then I dropped friends and I picked myself and money. I'm gonna get all 3 trust. Don't worry, I can get all 3. Okay, I hope you can. If any of you can, good for you. I cannot. I literally could not do all 3. I tried doing all 3 and it was fucking impossible. I could not do all 3. But for me, I picked myself. I picked my money and my career and my hobbies and my health. How do people have friends as an adult? Exactly. When you're an adult and you try to make friends, it's way fucking harder than when you're a teenager or in university. because you have to go out of your way to meet people. And the problem is a lot of adults don't like meeting new people. They stay within their own fucking circle. And the other thing is, when you're an adult, what you tolerate for friends is completely different than what you tolerate as a teenager. Because let's say you're in school and you have some friends, and like there's some parts of them that you don't really like. You kind of have to tolerate each other because you're stuck seeing each other every day for the next 4 years. When you're an adult, you know how many friends I've cut off, and then I realized, holy shit, we cut that person off because they were a piece of shit, and we don't know what happened to that person. Like, they literally disappear. Like, me and my 2 friends, by the way, I only have 2 fucking friends in real life, really, that I would call, like, actual friends. We over the years, we had to cut people out of the group, and we would, like, unfollow them on Instagram and remove them on Discord, and, like, years later, we have no fucking clue what happened to that person. We would look up the motherfuckers on LinkedIn to make sure there's to try and find, like, what the hell happened to them once every year when we remember that person existed. We literally looking up fuckers on LinkedIn. That, like, being an adult and having friends is a fucking nightmare, okay? It's hard. It's a lot more time, a lot more money, a lot more commitment. Very different than when you're younger. And so, all this to say is, I think this is a crazy quote from Shiho, because I cannot emphasize how much I believe this so much. Because, yeah, some people would think I am fucking insane because I got no friends in real life. I got 2 hoes, that's it. I got 2 hus and a husband, that's it. Like, realistically, like, people I actually consider friends and not just acquaintances, because, like, I value friends over acquaintances. I got like 2, and one of them is not my sister, bro. Like, one of them is not even my family. I don't even see my family, but I'm okay with it, because you choose one thing and you lose something else. And I think this quote is so base. Like, that, think about this. Xtrachea goes on a rant from a Shiho line. That's how based Shiho is, okay? You have classmates, friends in yeah, you can't really have coworkers as friends because there's too many office politics to... There's too many office politics involved with becoming buddy-buddy with your coworkers, okay? Problem is, your coworkers can become your enemies. And when your coworkers become your enemies, there's a lot bigger stakes in your classmates becoming enemies, unfortunately. Yeah, but what's it called? Yeah, friends, I also agree. Friends are more important because you choose them. Family, you don't get a fucking pick. What side is Honami choosing it? So, back to Honami 1 after one of this whole fucking rant. Honami, in the end, does not even make a decision. She has this conversation with Shiho. Honami does not forget this conversation. Honami literally remembers this conversation for, like, the rest of the first anni. And Honami instead decided to stand in front of the class and go, guys, can we be a little more compromising with each other and listen to the other side? And in the end, the class decides on the harder song. Are you fucking kidding me? It was actually the most unsatisfactory ending. It was such an unsatisfying ending. The ending, the takeaway from the story is Honami learned that being kind doesn't mean just like appeasing to the other people's feelings. It also means, you know, there's kindness and honesty, even if the other person doesn't want to hear. I actually, here's the thing, I actually agree very heavily with the messaging in this event. I actually really like the way Honami's character is developed in the event. I fucking hate the plot of this event because I think it's so stupid that she just says, guys, can we just like listen to each other out? Can we compromise? And they're like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I was being a dickhead. Let me listen to the other side. I thought that was the fucking biggest cop-out in the world. I thought it was such a cop-out, but everything else was great. The dialogue, like how Honami develops in this event is heat. But fucking, I hate the fact that the resolution was, guys, can we just listen to each other, please? Let's just compromise, please, please, please. Yeah, literally, hey, maybe the real choir song is the friends we made along the way. Like, so stupid. I hated that so much. But I love the way Honami develops in this event because she learned what candor with kindness means, and I really like that for her character, and I actually really like the way Honami's character is developed in general. But fuck, I hate the fact that her decision was everyone must work together. Like, pissing me off so bad. Like, this, honestly, you know the crazy part is, this character is actually made me like really like Honami, but I cannot give this up here because it's just so damn fucking like, what do you mean she just stood in front of the class? And a bunch of high schoolers, mind you. And when guys can be more compromising, and that worked. Are you kidding me? Yeah, kill the devs. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, literally, Shiho. Honami, can you just have to like make a decision at some point. Honami proceeds to not to make a decision. I had a physical reaction. Here's the thing. I'm very conflicted with the event story because there's some parts, if I had to do like a breakdown of the event story, there are some parts of this that are genuinely like that resolution is like fucking down here. Everything else about it is up here. So I'm like, where I'm like, hold on me right now. I can't decide on where to fucking put it because some parts of this, oh my god, so heat that She-Hulk quote, and then some parts of this I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why would she say this? So here's the thing. I almost want to put it in I had a physical reaction because of the She-Hulk quote was so groundbreakingly based that I shat my pants and I haven't stopped thinking about it. And Honami learned such an important lesson from this event, but the event but her actions do not reflect it, therefore I have to put it in the bottom of I was entertained. It definitely was not honk-shoe because I was not honk-shoeing during this event, but I have to legally put it to the bottom of I was entertained because why the fuck did Honami learn a lesson but didn't apply the lesson in the event? Explain that, colorful palette. Explain that. So unfortunately, I think it has to go. Honami 1, don't let doubt hold you back, goes bottom of here because my god, Honami develops and then she doesn't use any of that development in that event for some fuck ass reason. Why? Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna end on Shizu 1, and then this is a clean 25 for next stream. Because let me tell you, these stupid fucking main stories took so long to summarize. So let's do Shizu 1. Let's do Shizu 1. Alright, what happens during Shizu 1? MMJ, they're low-key they are popping off on the live stream. Alright, they're cooking on the live stream. They're doing amazing. Alright, they're getting fanned left, right, center. Shizuku is on the live stream, or Cheerful Day Shizuku. Cheerful Day Shizuku has a perfect idol persona that's very cool and mysterious and like, I'm Shizuku, okay? But on the live stream and real life Shizuku is kind of an airhead. We love her for that. She is kind of, she's a little bit of a ditzy girl. She is ditzy, okay? Girl cannot even use her phone for Google Maps. It is if you read the side stories involving Shizuku getting lost, it is actually crazy. She can function as a human being. I just read like a side story on the treadmill today. She is trying to get to a store called Lund, L-O-N-D. She runs into Mizuki, and Mizuki's like, girl, you're looking at a map of London, England, UK. It's like so unbelievable. Like she is, like she got 2 brain cells up there, and I don't know what side story this. Oh, let me tell you right now. I'll tell you, so you can go in. You can go indulge in it later. It's hold on, let me get this. I have a playlist of the video. Hold on, it was actually like the rest of the event story is just like Shizuku and Mizuki becoming friends. But oh my god, I could not fucking believe it. Where is it? Hold on, which one is it? Oh my god, dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting through these. Let me show you this shit, man. I gotta show you this shit. Unbelievable.
イギリスのロンドンの地図だよ。
It's a map of I literally got the right timestamp. Mizuki 4-star. It's from the picnic event. Mizuki's 4-star. It's the first part of the side story. Mizuki's holding Shizuku's phone, and it's like, you are looking at a map of London, UK. genuinely, like, oh my god. Well, you can just, well, here's, Minty Mint has been my goat. You can just find all this shit on YouTube very easily, or Sekai read, or Sekai.best. But yeah, girl, Shizuku is like an enigma. I don't know how she's existing. So she's, yeah, okay, so that is me telling you Shizuku is completely different from her persona from Cheerful Days, okay? So, on the MMJ streams, this Airhead Shizuku kind of peeks out, and the fans, her old fans, are like, ew, what the fuck? This is not the Shizuku I know and love. Obviously, Shizuku notices this, and is now at a crossroads. What do? Do I try and maintain my persona? But the issue is, she's really struggling to maintain her persona, her Cheerful Days persona during the MJ live streams. And so if the worst case is MJ has to stop live streaming and instead has to make YouTube videos only so they can edit out all of Shizuku's like ditziness. So Shizuku is now faced at a crossroads. Do I be my airhead self on stream, but then my old fans might hate me and they might not accept me, or do I keep my Cheerful Days persona, but then I'm holding my group back from doing live streams and giving them extra work? And Shizuku in the end decides, no, I'm gonna be myself because I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be myself because there are already people around me who accept me for me, so why wouldn't my fans do it either? The people around her being Airi and Minori. Haruka's not really relevant in this event story, TBH. And Shizuku goes, and she acts like herself, her airhead ditzy self in the live stream. Some fans don't like it, but a lot of fans do like it. And Shizuku realizes, I made the right choice. I get to be myself on the stream, and my fans are, and some of my fans are accepting me who we are, and the fuckers who don't, they're the fuck out of here. They're fucking out of here. I really like Shizuku. I like Shizuan. Big fan. Provides depth to a character that on the surface, kind of like Emma and Shizuku kind of suffer the same fate, or on the surface they kind of got like on the surface, if you knew very little about the plot of the game, they just seem like moe schlop characters. But then Shizuan does a very good job of developing, like, Shizuku has like a little bit of depth to her character. Like, even though she's a airhead, she kind of knows what the fuck's going on. Like, she's very perceptive. And it also like, this event really drills it home too. Like, Shizuku is hardworking. Like, she does not give up. I also do like the fact that MMJ is very supportive, because here's the thing, us as the reader, the obvious answer is, oh, Shizuku should, like, you know, us as emotional, intelligent human beings, we're like, the obvious answer should just be yourself. However, MMJ being idols, they are like, no, it is her choice. So we should be ready to accept her choice regardless of what she does. It is her choice how she wants to present herself in MMJ, which I actually really like. I thought that was so mature. Like high key, that was like such a mature take on the story, because the easy cop out of the story is all of MMJ is just like, no, Shizuku, you're the best, you be yourself, everyone will accept you for yourself. That's not true for an idol. Like, maybe that's true for you, me, going to fucking school every day. Like, yeah, it's cool, be yourself, fuck it. But this is not school, they're idols. It's like a different fucking world. So I really like the nuance in their, like, we can't, like, being yourself. Yes, you should just be yourself, but, you know, you and me, we're not idols, okay? They're functioning on a different, like, different world. So I really like that take on Shizuan. Shizuan, low-key, made me oishi. I'm not even joking. I fuck heavy with Shizuku. I didn't really fuck that heavy with Shizuku before. I think if you read Shizuku 1, it'll make you oishi her. Because you're gonna read it and you're like, wow. This is fucking heat. Like, this is awesome. Like, this is a great, like, everyone in this event story has a brain cell. If you were to recommend YouTube Plan Blaze a real event story, what do you suggest? Google. You can just go on to, like, you can just Google it. Like, you can just go to the Project Sekai event list. Okay, here's the name of the event. Google, YouTube, Project Sekai, name of the event. You will find a million YouTube channels who all upload it. I have yet to find a single card side story not on YouTube. I'm not even fucking kidding. Every single card side story and event chapter I have read has existed on YouTube. You can just use YouTube. Yeah, you can just look it all up. I fuck with season 1. I think season 1 will change your mind about the character. You just thought she was like a like an airhead with nothing going on. I think season 1 will make you change your mind. Season 1, heat. Oh well, Project Sekai official channel, they low-key stopped uploading them after let me see. I think for some reason they gave up on like they used to upload all the event stories on YouTube up until the best summer ever. After the Shinonome, like the best summer ever, which is like the Shinonome siblings focus event, the Shinonome, I'll call it Shinonome 1. For some reason, after Shinonome 1, they just stopped giving a fuck and they just didn't. So you can find, but like there's other YouTube channels that do it. There are some YouTube channels that are just dedicated to archival work for the game, and they're doing God's fucking work out there when we hit end of service in a few years. God knows when. Fingers crossed. It will happen eventually though. They're doing God's serve. They are archiving the fuck out of our game. Yeah, and Season 1 is also the card where Minori's like fucking dead in a ditch on the ground in the card, which is such a banger. I'm a big fan of Season 1. Okay, I think we have to end here. We're at 3 hours and we got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, and these don't count. Okay, we got through 16 in 3 hours, but main stories are triple the lengths of normal event stories. So I feel like this is low-key possible for next stream. I feel like low-key this is possible to get through all this shit. I feel like we should be fine. I feel like it's possible for me to do all this. Yeah. Worst case, part 3. Worst case, we really just do a part 3. Oh my god, there's so many events. You know what? It gives me time to read up the card side stories for some of this shit, man. I gotta read the card side stories for like, oh my god, like all. I gotta read the card side stories all the way up to the freaking Wedding 1 event. Oh my god. This must be a Project Sekai lore enjoyer's dream stream right now. Yeah, the event stories are so short. The main stories are really just hard to get through. The next stream will be next Saturday. Holy fuck. I hope lore enjoyers, I hope you got treated out, because Otrakid, like very few people actually do lore content, to be honest. I looked into it. There's not that much lore content in the game. Tomorrow I got a lot. I gotta start work. Tomorrow is reading for me. More walking and reading. Yeah, you kind of give up on. That's the issue. It's too easy to just give up on the stories after a while. Once you get too, it really sucks. Like the game pumps out a lot of content, which is awesome. But once you get a little behind, it's just like it's so hard to catch. You have to like you have to go to your way to catch up, and you just like feel like, oh my god, what's the fucking point? Like, oh, what's the point? Which I think is like one of the issues with the game, of like how much, yeah, like if you fall behind, you have to go to your way to catch up. It's kind of like the game's biggest fault. And I think the biggest barrier for people to catching up. You don't play the game for 2 weeks, which is very reasonable if you're a casual player. Bro, you miss like 8 fucking chapters of shit. And then like you gotta catch up on those, and then by the time you caught up, there's like a fucking new one. It's like one of the crazy problems, like too much content in the fucking game. And the issue is there's just so much fucking. It's like too much at this point. It's like 6-year Annie's about to come up. It's like you miss a couple weeks, you're fucked. Yeah, it's a Hydra. You cut one head off, another spawns. So it's like watching One Piece. Yeah, and then you include the card side stories. To be fair, you can skip all the card side stories and you still get the plot. But like, if you want to read them, yeah. But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm spending all my free time doing. I'm having time of my life reading this shit. It's guys, I am so good at summarizing now. I'm like summarizing Andy. ChatGPT doesn't got shit on me. You know, like people use ChatGPT for summarization. Fuck no. ChatGPT has nothing on me. I am so good at summarizing these things. Like, guys, I'll like read the fucking thing. Like the system I got going, it's like I can get through so many in like a day. Okay, well, to be fair, it's still very time consuming. It's a very time consuming thing to do, which is why there's no YouTube videos about it. It is very time consuming summarizing these things, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it. That's my dream for the big 2-6. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I've been yapping nonstop for 3 hours, guys. When I stream next week, by the way, there's no Friday stream next week because I'm in Montreal for a work trip. I'll be there with An and Akito. I hope you guys enjoyed a tier list stream. We will be continuing the part 2 of this next Saturday. Hopefully there's no part 3, but you know, there actually might be a part 3 for this. I hope you enjoyed a tier list stream. I don't think it's been that off long since the last one, but it's very different compared to the usual. Other than that, you guys have a great time. I hope you enjoyed something very different. A little different for me too. I might give some more next week. Go look in the fucking announcements for the subs and members part of Discord. There's a bunch of extra freebies you get as a Twitch sub. If not, you can ask one of the mods. They'll let you know. You get a bunch of extra freebies like access to the YouTube only member. For anyone who's considering being a Twitch sub with your parents' Twitch Prime, if you're a Twitch sub, you do get access to the members only YouTube videos, and you do get access to my Instagram private stories. Just letting you fucking know. Other than that, I hope you had fun. I will get this done. Yeah, what Soph said, join Discord. Soph's like #1 Discord promoter at this point. I appreciate that. Other than that, you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming. I will see you all next Saturday. I apologize, no Friday stream. Blame my boss. I don't want to go to Montreal, but you know, 'tis life. Have a good time. Have a good night. See you later. Thanks for coming. Like the live stream, please. If you're on YouTube, you're still here. You should like it at this point. You've been here for that long. I cannot believe it. Bye. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you later. Bye.